Hello. Apparently you could hear us. Just imagine that you couldn't hear us just crying and weeping about, well, the heat, actually. That's primarily what we're probably talking about. That and super secret things that people are not allowed to know because we are playing Delta Green on Actual Play UK. Thank you very much, everybody. Lovely, lovely. Welcome. I do appreciate, once again, everybody coming here and enjoying our beautiful faces and lovely voices, because we are host to some of the most gorgeous people within podcasting and streaming, or at least the ones that we could get.
Rude.
Oh, sorry. I will quickly go around the horn and people can introduce themselves. We'll do proper plugs towards the end, but let's get into this. Nick, who are you?
I'm Nick.
Beautiful. Adam, who are you?
I believe I'm Adam.
I mean, we're
I believe I'm Adam.
2 for 2 so far. Simon, what's your name?
Simon, and I don't like to break the stream, so yeah.
Okay, good, excellent. We got conformists. Let's do this. Natalia, and you in the back.
I'm Jeff.
Oh, no. Shit. It's ruined. Cut the stream. Cut the stream.
Rewind.
This never happened. Yes, yeah. Oh, Natalia, who are you?
I'm Natalia.
Oh, well, there we go. And last but by no means least, Pip.
Yes. Also, I'm Pip. Hello. Hi.
And I am John. And we will plug our podcasts later because you've been here for like 3 episodes. You know who we are. Hopefully.
And if you don't know who we are, log off right now. Stop watching.
Thank you, Matt Gay. I need to check what's going on with the stream. There does appear to be a weird reverb, so that's fun.
On everyone apart from you, John.
Apart from me. Hello, we're back. Has that helped?
Hello.
We hope so.
Yes.
Hello?
Are we still sounding trippy?
Echo.
Hopefully not.
That's real.
Hopefully it's just... Hopefully it is just... thank you for your patience there. I do hope that that's kind of sorted out any of the technical issues. Do let us know in the chat, please do.
No echo. Hooray!
Hooray!
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you very much. You know,
sounds good. Sounds good.
So just as a quick explanation, you don't know this, but there are about 400 screens right in front of me, giving off the heat of the sun. And there's lights behind me, and this is not a comfortable situation for anybody. But this said, it's probably going to be more comfortable than Delta Green for these guys.
I mean, how John does any of this and also DMs.
I have notes.
Very into the abyss.
I have notes out of my arse.
That's toilet paper, John.
Oh, sorry. Where else am I meant to write it? Okay, so
is that why you're in the toilet for so long?
You know what? You know what?
Do your best thinking. I mean,
you guys. So
peace and quiet.
I feel like I think that with the technical rubbishery, that's a very technical term. With the technical issues that we have had, I feel like it's actually. Let's skip right to the meat. Let's get right stuck in here.
Let's go.
Let's get some forks, shove them into the juiciness of Delta Green, and eat ourselves a nice tasty snack. Thank you. Right.
Let's do it.
That's what I was looking for. Okay. So, quick content warning for you guys. Obviously, the players know this, but there is body horror and death, evilness and strange monsters and blue flubber. There is existential dread. It's the blue flubber that does it. There is existential dread, and although this does happen in a real place, St Ives and Cornwall, I'm pretty sure it exists. I have been there.
Yep.
There are real subjects touched upon as well. We're talking about mental health issues here. So if this is something that touches on you, triggers you, whatever, go away. This is just a game. Pop away for a little bit.
Don't go
have
away
a drink.
in a horrible way.
No.
You know,
Go away.
Time out.
Write a review. Write a review on YouTube and say these guys are great, but I'm scared. And just remember, it is a work of fiction, and we're here. We're your friends, and Delta Green's not about guns, though. Delta Green is not about a bug hunt. Delta Green is about the end. The end of everything, your family, everyone you know, your country, all life on Earth. It's about the end of everything and your place in it, Nick. Because you'll end too, Pip. That's what the fear is about, Simon. That's what the game is about. Adam. It's not about winning, Natalia.
New intro.
It's not about advancement, John. Hang on, I'm doing myself. And it's not about the best weapon or the most clever plan. Delta Green is about the end of everything, and how much of it that you will live to see. Welcome to Delta Green. So Natalia just said that she really wants to poke that stuff. MI5 headquarters, Thames House. October 3rd, 1634. Murray hits end call on his iPhone. Sitting in silence, looking at the now dark mirrored surface of that device. Let me get some tunes going. Sounds of people. Oh, is that the same track? No, I don't know. Sounds of people working around him, the chatter of phones and colleagues. He glances from the phone to a picture on his desk of himself and a beautiful woman and small child. They seem happy. Fuck. He stands up from his desk and heads to a door leading to a staircase. Descending the stairs, he enters a large room that's filled with servers. The steady hum of computers, the air conditioning only broken by Murray's footfalls and the odd muttered, fuck. He stops by a console. He pulls out a keyboard, swiftly typing a series of commands. Fuck you, Sal. On the screen, court orders and appeals. The glow from the monitor highlights the sweat on Murray's brow. On the screen, Truro Coroners Office. Why the fuck does she even want this? On the screen, Amanda Griffin autopsy contested with local authority. MI5 suggested to take over due to suspicious nature of death. The cursor dances backwards and forwards as it begins to delete and type. On the screen, Amanda Griffin autopsy. Local authority jurisdiction confirmed. Advised Truro Coroners Office to proceed immediately. Fuck you, Sal. Hits enter. as Murray leaves the slightly dingy room filled with computers, a shadow appears from behind him. We cut to another room filled with seats and a coffee table and 5 agents sat around a man who is kind of heavy set. He's in his 50s, he's wearing glasses, and he has a white coat. Lower third. October 3rd, 2014. Truro Coroners Office. The camera view comes up to Lewis Stubbs. He looks agitated. I don't think you understand. I've never seen anything like this. And I don't think anybody ever has. Mixed with the fact that MI5 are apparently unsure about me performing any autopsies on Miss Griffin. Well, that concerns me hugely. Now, you tell me you're working for MI5 as well? What the hell is going on here?
As you can imagine, it's incredibly top secret. It's very new. Oh, sorry, I forgot. I meant to be talking.
You can
she doesn't
talk
sound like that at all.
That's fine.
No, well, no, she's going to go back to her normal voice because he knew she.
Fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Right. So
we're all
it's
friends
incredibly
here.
new, and we're trying to be cautious and to keep it out of any public domain and eye, and to keep as many people safe as possible. I would like your cooperation, as would my employer, and your understanding and confidentiality in this matter. Can we go ahead and, at the very least, see the bodies? Or the body?
I can't do that. There are court orders on this thing, and...
Can you go and check again, please?
Look, the likelihood of anything like that suddenly being rescinded is minuscule. We've never seen... So we'll say by this point, you've gone out, you've had this phone call, obviously Murray's gone and done his business.
Mm-hmm.
And Dr. Lewis Stubbs, he stands up. He walks over towards where the front entrance is, where you have the little reception area where his receptionist was, and he pokes his head out. He says, "Sir, do you mind if we had anything through the fax? We're not very forward-thinking here, I'm afraid. You had anything through the fax, or any emails, or anything like that about Griffin?" And you can just sort of kind of hear this
Can I hear a
kind of rummaging. Yes, yeah. Yeah, it's like 1985 in there. Yeah. It's terrible. You hear this kind of rustling about, and then a kind of like tapping on a keyboard. No, nothing yet. I've not seen anything. Right? Let me know if anything turns up, will you? And he walks over to the coffee machine and pours himself a coffee. Would you like a drink, any one of you? Sorry, please forgive my manners. It's not often you get live visitors.
I'll take a coffee, thanks. Yeah.
No problem. Sugars?
Black, no sugar.
All right. So he goes through everybody. He sorts you out individual drinks. You
Twist
probably...
politely takes a black coffee, even though she knows she's going to absolutely hate it.
Yes. Yes. Actually. So.
Yeah, if I have a cup of tea.
It's no problem at all. Right. So he
milks you sugars.
he actually, it's not a vending machine because there's just not enough people who work there.
So basically a station which is like a Nescafe large pot. Yeah,
he's got
tea bags.
He's got an espresso machine.
Oh, he has.
Yeah.
Oh,
If I knew
case,
that, I might have had a cappuccino. But yeah,
You can see it. It's fine.
Cup of
Your
tea, yeah.
search is high enough. Your alertness is high enough. You're okay.
There we go.
So he sorts you all some drinks. So, what do you think's going on here?
Well, to be honest, that's what they're here to find out.
All right, but you saw the crime scene. Is that right?
We did.
We did, but it didn't really tell us anything, to be honest.
No, that's my point.
This is why
I mean,
I
I don't know how much experience you fellas have got, present company accepted, miss. I don't know how many murder scenes or look, all I ever really seem to deal with around here is traffic accidents and, accidental deaths. People falling off of ladders and, stuff like that. So, you tell me, what do you think's going on?
I'm hoping it would just be proven that somebody has just been experimenting in some weird way with maybe some mixes of chemicals and ingested something untowards, maybe some kind of new street drug or something that they was trying out or something obviously just that's completely understandable.
we'd like it to be something illegal, not weird.
Well, wouldn't we all? But I've never seen this before. Now,
Aye, but it does sound, all due respect, it does sound like what you haven't seen is probably quite a long list.
I'll have you know, I am the head coroner for the Southwest. I've been doing this
it's
job.
mostly people who've fallen off ladders, according to you, so...
That's all we ever really get round here. We don't have a high crime rate.
Exactly, mate. You've just hit the nail on the head there. I mean, if you wanted to really master your craft, surely you should have gone, to one of the cities. Go to Manchester, go to London, go to Glasgow. Don't go to Cardiff. But those kind of places. But, it's okay, kids. I'm from Cardiff.
I've heard about Cardiff.
Yeah, just don't. Definitely don't go to Swindon. But anyway, that's for different reasons. But the... yeah, you thought the Eldridge stuff was bad here. But yeah, yeah, that's the point. I mean, what you're seeing here is... It doesn't matter, does it? Even if you went to Manchester, even if you saw, people, being, dipped in, cooking fat and all the rest of it, would any of that still explain what you're seeing here?
Excuse me, but none of you know a lick about what I do. The number of bodies that I have seen in my life, just because I've been working here for 20 odd years, doesn't mean that I'm actually just some country fucking bumpkin.
No, of course not. So we're not trying to suggest that at all. I'm sure you do a very good job, and that's why you're the lead coroner of the Southwest, and a wonderful one at that. And I'm sure everything that you've done is completely valid, and we wouldn't suggest anything otherwise. It's just more, nobody really knows what's happening right now with this one. It's all conjecture at the moment until we really get in there and
That's right.
find out.
I'm
That's
just
all.
asking you for your opinion. Now you're coming back to me with what? I don't know what a dead body looks like. I know
I'm not
what...
saying that, mate. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, it doesn't matter what your experience is. This is different for any expert in the world, right? So what you've got to do is you've got to kick out that experience, and you've got to think from a new angle, right?
Or alternatively, you allow people who are experienced in thinking from a new angle to actually have a look at the fucking remains while there are still remains to look at.
Sometimes it does take a...
Sorry, Simon?
This is in character. How long do you think we got? Until,
It can't be long.
Yeah, I mean, time's ticking.
Right.
Every moment here is a waste.
Yeah.
I'm going to call my guy again. Twist takes a step back to call Murray to find out what's going on.
I'm gonna keep working on this dude with Eddie. I think this is
So, okay. Twist, you take a few steps away. You head over to a corner, maybe, or you step outside to maybe the reception, just so it's a bit quieter as Argus is like going hard on Dr. Stubbs. And Argus, what is it that you're saying?
Right, look, you wanted to have some idea about what was happening here, okay? That's... We're confused, you're confused. We want to know what's going on, right?
That's right.
Look, there were 2 bodies at that crime scene, right?
Right.
One of them is fucking gone. Don't mean somebody took it.
Oh, I know.
Don't mean... Right, it fucking disintegrated.
I was there.
That body in there... It's on a timer. We need to get in and have a look at it while it's still semi-solid.
This is not
Before
up
it's
to
soup.
me. This is not up to me. I mean, if
you're the one stopping us,
no,
feels like it's very much is.
I think the people that are stopping you are the law, my friend.
Yes, but if you were to, for say, I don't know, go for a coffee and take, like, I don't know, half an hour to come back, we could all just move on here, couldn't we?
Look, I appreciate that maybe you're frustrated. I'm frustrated as well. I would absolutely love to get my scalpel on that fella. Lady.
You say you're a doctor, man?
Remind me not to come and
I've
see
seen dead bodies before, and that's a fella.
That's a fella.
Remind me not to come and see you if you ever need a circumcision.
Look, I'm no gynecologist, but I know a dead body when I see one. So, as far as I'm concerned,
Can I just ask you one question?
All right, big fella.
You're telling us that the law is stopping us seeing the corpse.
The law is stopping me
your
from
room?
seeing the corpse.
It's not stopping us from seeing it. We've been sent by the government to come and have a look.
Do you have proper paperwork?
We
If
have
you
ID.
did-
We have IDs from the whatever the from the HSA. We got ID from the HSA.
Well, I've
We
got
wouldn't- we
IDs
wouldn't-
as well. I've got old IDs, even from Blockbuster. Doesn't mean I've got all of the possibilities of even getting a bloody DVD, does it?
Seriously, fella, you need to get rid of that. It ain't coming back.
I'm holding out help.
Let it go, man. Let it go.
I'm a shareholder.
I own 1 point of shares in Blockbuster. I'm convinced it's coming back.
Arthur is really starting to regret destroying his taser in making a bird trap last episode.
So
Jack is just sort
this
of-
man is rising.
as this conversation goes on, Twist walks out into the main the front of the reception.
She's gonna walk back in and we're all gonna be pointing guns at this dude.
Honestly, I feel like
lying on the floor with one of us standing over him like
no,
just friendly banter.
One round with the toolbox. That's all I'm asking for. Just one round with the toolbox. He'll be out cold for the entire night.
He's a perfectly lovely gent. Come on.
No, it's that thing we've clearly just chosen this
It's
NPC
unfortunately,
to victimise this session.
Unfortunately, his middle name is Jobsworth.
I mean, if you think about it...
Sorry, John, please continue telling a story.
So, Twist walks out into the reception area. She pulls out her phone. She starts dialing. She's there on her phone, and it goes dead. At that point, the receptionist gets up and walks out into the room that you guys are in, interrogating poor Dr. Stubbs.
What? Browbeating, please. Interrogating is a little bit...
All right. Look, I appreciate that you absolutely... I appreciate that you have your job to do, but I also have my job to do. Now, what is it? And she walks in. She says, we've just had an email come through, and I know this isn't the voice I did last time, but I'm afraid that's what you're getting. There's an email that came through, and they've given the autopsy over to us, Dr. Stubbs. What? The autopsy for Amanda Griffin. Oh, fucking hell. Right. Well, I guess that changes things. Right then. Well, and he stands up, and he goes over to the sink and he washes his hands. And he turns around to the receptionist and says, all right, so you sent it through to my computer. That's right, Dr. Stubbs. All right. Give me 5. You can go home. It's all right. I don't think I need you. I'm gonna shut up shop. Thanks very much. See you tomorrow.
He's brave.
And she turns around and she wanders out. She looks a little bit unsure because she heard some raised voices. But she's head out. Twist, your phone is not going through to Murray.
Okay, she's going to kind of wonder what's going on or hopes that Murray's okay. But as she's seen the receptionist come in and look like she's packing up, and going home, she hangs up. She smiles at the receptionist. Like, thank you for all your help.
That's
we'll
okay.
get to the bottom of this, and then she heads back into the room.
No problem. Bye.
Nice
She gets her she gets her bag. She sorts herself out. She turns off her computer. Puts it into sleep mode.
Puts a pack on.
Thanks. She just sorts herself out and heads out the door and locks up. And in the communal room, Dr. Stubbs is stood there, surrounded by you guys, and he says, all right, well, give me 5 minutes. I'm going to go check my email, make sure all of this is okay, and then I'll let you know.
Well, in the meantime, can we start getting, protective clothing on while we're waiting?
Look,
we really don't have much time.
Look, I appreciate that you're very much into whatever this is. So am I. But we must do things by the book. This is not going...
I completely understand. You don't need to let us in the room at the moment, but if we can at least start getting ready, so
all
that
right,
way...
Look, the washroom's over there. There's a whole load of protective gear, and make sure you put the smelling salts on, all that stuff. She probably smells a little bit right by now. So he goes into his office, doesn't close the door or anything. He just goes onto a laptop that is just kind of sat on his desk. And he sits there typing away. Are you guys gonna go over, like, wash up and...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eddie has texted the other agents. I've put it into the chat, into the Twitch chat.
Twitch.
As he very
Twitch
bluntly asks a question.
Would you like to let people know, for people who aren't going to be on Twitch, like YouTube, for example?
Eddie texts the other agents. If he gets contaminated, will I need, in Speechwags, the bag?
Is this a bag similar to the the bird bag?
It basically, yes, a body bag.
Yeah.
Because if this guy gets contaminated, we're going to have to kill him and take him out. Which, thankfully, taking somebody out of a morgue in a body bag is apropos. So we can pull
don't
that
have to
off.
necessarily
It's
have to take him anywhere. Just stick him in one of the drawers. It'd be
Where
fine.
do you
Only
expect to
use a-
find bodies?
But it's contaminated. You don't want anyone else touching it.
Yeah,
so
we
unless
gotta-
they have an incinerator here, it ain't happening. Yeah.
So perhaps.
By the way, Cleric's not entirely certain he wants to be looking at dead bodies. I mean, he's a mathematician at heart.
That's
he's
fair.
not.
He can
so
always
he's,
speak
he's
to them
going to
about
be.
paperwork and things instead.
He's going to ask if he can have a look at the paperwork or any preliminary paperwork that the doctor has made.
Okay.
Any reports that he's filed on what he's thought so far.
Okay, that's fair.
Chris is going
So,
to try and cover every single inch of skin as much as she can with any protective gear.
okay.
Just whips out an ABC suit. You know.
So okay, all that's actually there, it's just like a standard mortuary clothing, just protective stuff. That's there's some kind of the more like heavy duty rubber like aprons and things like that.
I was going to say, what rubber apron, white wellies.
Basically,
What about
yeah,
face protectors?
yeah. There's face protectors. There's nothing.
Respirator type.
No, there's
face
no-
protectors or
No, there's no respirators, because the only kind of thing they ever really get around here are car
People fall off
accidents and
ladders.
things like that.
Ladder-based accidents, almost.
Yeah, I mean, it's just ladder-based accidents. Truro is renowned for ladder-based accidents. So he goes into his office. He's typing away.
Twist is going to take like several of the COVID masks and like triple layer them.
That's fine. Triple layer it. That's all good.
Everywhere.
Cleric, you wander in with Dr. Stubbs. You follow him in and ask him like these couple of little questions as he's just checking through his notes and his email. And as he's checking through his notes, his emails, he says, "Oh, all of the stuff that I've done so far, it's just all with the police. I imagine you've probably seen it, and you would know."
If I can have a look at the originals from here, that'd be
All right,
great.
knock yourself out. They're just in that file over there, and I'll say you can go over. You can flick through, and you can see it's identical. It's just a carbon
I'll
copy.
plonk myself down at the desk and so I open up the laptop and just.
Okay, fair enough. Right, that's good. You can jump onto the Wi-Fi. There's no problem. It's basically like a coffee shop. It's free Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Free
Wi-Fi at the morgue.
I mean, who's going to steal it?
Place to hang, espresso machine, and Wi-Fi.
Wow.
Have a coffee and a
So going to say to others as well that don't forget we probably should try and maybe get some samples as the others got lost or whatever, didn't they?
There's somewhere in the moors, so the Yorkshire moors. So it wasn't the Yorkshire moors, was it? It was
So
Wasn't
from
it somewhere
Wales,
wa-
I think, somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere in Wales.
We
Yeah.
probably
Wales.
can't. I don't want
it's the Y
to
Valley.
rely on them still
Wye
being
Valley,
there.
that's
If
the
we
one.
get the opportunity to grab some, then
So
it makes a good idea.
okay, so you're looking for like samples or something like that
We
were
take samples, yeah.
okay. So you know that any of the items which were in the lab were all put onto that helicopter and flown or they were going to be flown over to, I think it was Leeds, and obviously crashed in the Wye Valley in Wales for no apparent reason. All of the stuff that is in this particular establishment, there is the remains of both Amanda Griffin and also Tybalt Greaves.
Tybalt Greaves, it's his hand, isn't it?
Yeah, and feet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and also the kind of strange, like slightly hard crystalline blue substance. Yes. So, as you guys, you're cleaning up, you're getting yourself sorted out, you're chucking on some protective gear, PPE. You wait whilst the doctor he sorts himself out, and as he's walking in, he's just like, well, looks like it's all above board. MI5 themselves have sent me official documents stating that we have jurisdiction on this one. So I guess I owe you an apology.
Don't worry about it. Just let's all cooperate together, shall we?
Absolutely. So, do any of you have any medical training?
Has anybody got?
We're all the wrong sort of doctor.
We're all HSA agents, though, right?
Oh yes, I'm going to lie.
Yes.
Well,
say,
of course
yes.
we do.
We all
Right?
nod furiously.
We're all like, yeah, absolutely. I'm a GP. Is that good? No. Yeah.
All right.
Dr.
So
Flowers?
the Doctor of Love. All right. So is what are you actually going to say? Are you going to just confirm that you are?
Genuinely, I think there's. I think the pause that we all did there is canon.
That's fine.
Sort of silence for a few seconds, and then I think
yes.
Arthur will sort of step and just go. We're all HSA agents, so yes.
Right.
And
Obviously
then
there's.
remembers and starts nodding.
She seems confident. Obviously, I'm not expecting you to help out with this, but I'd be more than happy to do the actual autopsy itself. After all, it has come down to me. It's not the MI5 or HSA that have been asked to do it. So, if you would like to stand by, I'm more than happy for that, or you can assist me.
I'd like to watch your wonderful, overly experienced handiwork, personally.
Oh, I get lost if it's not a ladder issue.
Well, we can work this out together. I would like to take some more, if it's possible. We do need to take some more samples, as the last samples have gone awry.
Oh,
so if you can help us with that as well, that'd be.
That's part and parcel of the job. All right. So he takes you into an area that's for like scrubbing up, and it's basically a place that's the kind of thing you'd actually see in films. It's a very white room. There are some kind of gurneys in there. There's some like one wall has got the fridges where the dead bodies are usually kept, just to keep the temperature down. The atmosphere is cool. It's a very cool and.
Why can I hear crockery?
This is a morgue ambience.
Oh, okay.
It does sound a little bit like. Does sound a little bit like cups and saucers. Let's see if we can find something else that's a little bit more.
I always do the dishes before we start.
I always do
it.
Let me just dice some carrots
I was going to say, John, could you talk more about the many and various ways in which this environment is kept cold, please?
Yes.
That would really help me if you could do that.
The atmosphere is chilled. It's a nice steady low temperature.
Your breath plumes in front of your face. Like the first breaths of autumn.
Your skin just starts to goosebumps slightly as you can feel the cool breeze of the air conditioning go across your skin. This is turning into a weird ASMR thing.
Now you're just taunting me.
The horripilation of your skin tingles slightly in the cool frigid atmosphere.
Don't mind me, I'm just adding the ASMR tag to
Yes, please.
Good.
I'm just going to eat some stuff now as well. Okay, so you wander into this room, and it's quite a large room actually, but because it is the main area for the entirety of the Southwest, where they actually would conduct autopsies. Now, not everybody is going to be.
It's a long way to go for the whole Southwest.
Yeah, it is, and this is autopsies. This is suspicious deaths, really. So your average old person that unfortunately dies, they're not necessarily going to be taken to this kind of place.
They go to Newquay.
Yes, they go to Newquay. the heaven that is Newquay. This area here, it's more intended for suspicious deaths, things that are a little bit weird, stuff that doesn't actually necessarily have any rhyme or reason for why that person maybe has died. And that's his job. He's there to sort all of that stuff out. So he ushers you in, and there's a bench over to one side, and he walks over to one of these refrigerators, and it's actually got a lock on it, and it's kind of got a piece of tape over it as well, so you can tell if it had been tampered with, and it looks totally fine. It's like, okay, and he starts cutting the tape and getting a set of keys out and unlocking this lock. And he's like, you can sit on that bench over there if you like. Just be careful, don't get too close, because I go around the gurney a little bit, and I don't want to accidentally hurt anybody. So he pulls open the refrigerator and pulls out the body of Amanda Griffin. I would like everybody to give me an alertness roll. No, search roll, please. Search roll. Alertness,
sure?
Yes.
Are you sure?
It's a different thing. Searching is different to alertness. So yes, search roll, please.
I'm good at alertness.
Is that including cleric who's sitting in the office?
If you're in the office, no, that's fine. I mean, there'll be a little window if you want to be sort of looking through there as well. It's up to you. Man.
He might just sort of glance through, but he's not going to be standing there watching.
Yeah, that's fine.
If he out the corner of his eye he sees like weird things going on or hears lots of shouting, then obviously he'll look. But
so sorry, was it search or alertness?
Search, please.
Well,
wow.
I think everybody failed.
I got a 99, which I believe is a critical fail.
Oh,
that is critical fail. Twist.
I get some of the blue stuff in my eye.
you start going fingernails on your tongue.
You think that it's a different body. That's a guy.
What happens is I've taken my camera out to take a picture, and there's something wrong with it, so I turn it over to make an adjustment, and the flash goes off in my face. And now I'm blind.
No, you just have
for the whole autopsy scene. I can't see.
You just can't see.
Yeah.
How useful. You just start hearing people being eaten by a monster. No. Okay. So, Twist. What did you get?
I failed. I got 46.
Okay, Eddie.
Come on, someone.
Eddie. What was
Fail. 59.
Icarus.
Fail 97/80.
Wow! Everybody. Home run.
Save us, Nick, from the other room.
Can I?
Good roll.
I look through the window just to see
See the body being pulled out.
the body being brought out of the cupboard. So let me roll my search. Hang on.
Now remember,
Oh, wait.
tick that search box because
Yes,
you have
indeed.
Search.
you've now somehow got better at search.
So if you
But I
have
always get better at search, and I still fail it.
if you have nothing in that score, I guess. Oh no, so search starts at a flat 20, right? So
Yes, that's correct.
advancements would go up from there.
That's correct.
I unfortunately got 44 over 26.
We're all dumb. We're all dumb and unobservant.
That flash blinded all of us in one
Yeah,
go.
sorry
Yeah.
everyone.
Argus pulls out his camera.
I couldn't work out how to open the blind.
I'm really, really good at alertness.
It's not an
Look, I'm
alert.
really good at searching. It doesn't help.
Well, it's not the normal way.
Oh yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Right. Okay. So he pulls the gurney out, and you can see the body of Amanda Griffin lying there. He pulls the body towards the slab. I don't actually know what the proper term of it is, but the table. And he
Mortuary table?
yeah, basically the mortuary table.
It's just
And
a table.
she's fair enough then. Not table. She's on a sheet, and he pulls her. He's like, do you mind? And just asks one of you to help, like, pull the body over to the actual table itself. Anyone?
Twist slightly stands back to allow anybody else.
Go on then.
Right. So you just
and
you just go onto the foot side maybe, or something like that, and pull.
yeah, and I'm going to be
Hold
as
up by a
careful as I
toe.
can not to touch the body.
That's fine. Yeah, he's also doing the same as well. He's not touching the body. Like I said, it's on the body's lying just on a sheet, and you both move it over onto the table, and he starts to slide the sheet out from underneath.
Did any blue goo fall through the sheet when they moved her?
Alertness.
Oh! I can roll something I'm okay at. Hang on. I'm excited. I'd probably go run now, but I'm... You bastard! Sorry, no, I failed again. I've got 74 in alertness, and I rolled a 78.
You don't see anything.
Okay. I wondered
Okay.
if it would go like a sieve, like a weird bit of muslin.
So you can see now that looking at this body. Let me make sure I've got everything. Okay, well, you can see that she is basically in her 20s. She's a young black female. What I'll do, I will flip over to the other. Hang on. Let's go over to the right thing for you guys, just to remind you of what young Amanda Griffin looks like. There we go. Okay, there you go. So you should be able to see her.
In 2%, I will be able to see her.
With Greaves. Okay, so it should kick in a second. So she is there. She is obviously laying prostrate. She is, from what you can see, she has some lacerations around her face, and there's a kind of a bluish, sort of slightly crystalline substance that is kind of like covering her mouth. She has obviously had various slashes or pokes, almost like she's been stabbed. And Dr. Stubbs kneels down very slightly. He starts kind of examining the body, and as he's going around, he turns on a tape recorder with his foot that just starts kind of to kick in, and he starts kind of reeling off all of the details as he's going. So he just introduces himself, like, this is Dr. Lewis Stubbs, like, this is this date, this is this time, and he gives his security numbers and things like that for being a coroner. He then
doing that. Can I turn on my own recorder?
So what, like a phone or something?
Yeah, I've got a voice-activated recorder for taking notes and things.
That's cool.
Effectively for writing. I just wondered if I could subtly turn it on.
Yeah, you can subtly turn it on if you like. Do you want to roll a stealth for me?
Ooh, no, I don't.
What is your stealth?
10.
You can roll it. You can roll it.
You can only get better if you roll it anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
I got a 10.
Ooh.
Then you did it. Well done.
Okay, there you go then.
Well done. Okay,
I can't pass an 80 search, but I can beat a 10.
Insane.
Congratulations.
Twist would also be saying to that guy whose name I've forgotten again, Stubbs. Can you? She also wants to know herself if she can see it as well. But can she see any signs on Amanda's body of any abuse that she may have received from, like, that may have been from a partner, that from a fella,
Okay.
and can that guy see any signs of abuse?
Yeah, that's fair. So he's there, and he's chatting through everything that is actually going on. So he will explain as he's going exactly what it is that he's seeing, and he even says things like, "Oh, there's signs of abuse, but they seem to be quite old. Nothing recent."
When you say old, how old are you talking?
Oh, at least 10 years.
How long has she been with Reeves?
4.
It's under 10 years. Okay.
4 years or so. Got with her in 2010, and now it's 2014. Although you do know that she ran away from her home from a possibly abusive stepdad. Yeah. You don't know for sure what's going on with that. I'm afraid it looks like it's old abuse, cigarette burns, that kind of thing. Look, you can see down here, inside leg, there's a lot of old cigarette burns. It's not very good. As for newer wounds, we've got 2mm, 3mm. There's far too many. There's at least 38 different stab wounds of some description.
Can you identify the kind of weapon that would cause those kind of stab wounds?
Looks, don't know. Give me a moment. And he starts to prepare the body for actually opening up. So he brings over some tools. So like
Twist, while he's doing his doddering about, Twist is also going to turn to Eddie and Icarus and say, do you recognise any of these sort of lacerations? Do you know what kind of weapon would do any of these?
Let's take a look. What would you like me to roll to see if I could identify the weapon?
A criminology for you, sir.
Okay.
If I take a look, can I?
Yeah, absolutely.
Then?
Absolutely. Yeah. What do you think?
You You've got forensics, haven't you? Or...
Got forensics or anything like that?
What's your better one?
No. My criminology's 30. That's my best, I think.
You can do criminology, that's fine. Was that 5?
I think Eddie's got it. Oh, 24.
I think that's a 5 under 60. So
Very good.
I mean, that's good. That's a good one. Yeah, okay. Right, so actually both of you, both Icarus and Eddie, you're looking at this body, and Eddie, you in particular are like the only kind of weapon that you could think of that might make something like these kind of wounds might be something like a stiletto, something like that has a round shaft, not anything that is
Is that like a flick knife type thing?
no. A stiletto is usually they're quite long knives, and they have a very round pointed, it's more or less like a spike or
I've been hit with a big needle.
yeah.
Yeah.
So something like that, maybe an ice pick. But what I would say is, Icarus, you have a similar kind of thought process. You're kind of there being like, well, it's some kind of, sharp knife like that. But the longer that you look at it, Eddie, you're like, that doesn't make a lot of sense. That's more like, I don't know, almost like bone or something that has pierced the skin, because it the way in which it's entered the skin and the kind of laceration that's there, it doesn't look like a clean slice in. It looks like it's a puncture.
Is there bruising around these stab wounds as well?
Yeah,
Like it's
so
actually
there's a
gone
bit
in
of
as
pressure
opposed to something
and
coming
then-
out?
Yes.
Knitting needle then.
So it's been punctured, and then the tip of the, as you say, the owl, the stiletto, whatever, has been drawn along.
No, they actually look like holes, like they've.
So it is just stabbing
Yeah,
holes.
so it's like punctures. So there's like quite a lot of punctures there.
Do we know how deep they go?
Well, Dr. Stubbs, he then actually starts to confirm this for you. He starts saying, well, we don't think it's a knife. Looks like some kind of, don't know, it's very difficult to tell exactly, but maybe some kind of organic item that has been piercing. And he starts to cut into where some of the wounds are, and he says, well, it looks like it's quite deep. And he starts to put little measuring items into the wound to see how deep they actually go, and they do actually, they go down quite deeply. We're talking 5-6 inches in places.
John?
Yes.
I don't know if it's something that I can just roll off with the previous roll.
Yeah.
But when he starts cutting the wounds open,
Yes.
and we start to see the angle of the wound, Eddie's going to be probably freaking the doctor out, because as he comes up, he's kind of going
Right. Okay.
and all the rest of it. I would like an idea of the size of the person that inflicted the stab wounds. So, for example,
interesting.
if it was a small animal, they would all be fairly straight.
Yeah.
If it was a person who was doing that, they will all be at different angles depending on the person who is stabbing.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll all mostly be like that if the person is small, and they will curve more if the person is larger.
Yes. So
I imagine
downwards,
as well, like
upwards,
it
that kind
depends
of
on the
thing.
strength of the person to how
Yep.
big they are to how far they may get as well, doesn't it?
So as
Depends on the sharpness, but yeah.
as you stand over, he's saying, going through all of these elements, and the interesting thing is every time you're kind of having one of these sort of ideas, he then says, oh well, it's this kind of angle, that's okay, so that depth, and I would like you to actually roll for me. Roll an intelligence for me, actually.
Who?
Eddie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'd like you to roll an intelligence for me on this, if that's okay. I know that you did get the 5, but I want to see if you kind of get something a little bit additional.
For some reason, your video's frozen. Oh.
8 under 50.
Wow.
That is excellent.
Fucking
That is
impressive.
excellent.
When it comes to killing, he's your man.
He is your
He's
man.
usually your man. Yeah.
Right, I'm just going to refresh your video slightly because it got sticky there. Okay. Right, so you are stood there and you're looking at what Stubbs is doing. He's checking these measurements, checking measurements between wounds, cutting slightly into wounds and things like that. And you mutter something about this doesn't make sense. This is really sporadic. This is all over the place. And he slightly turns around to you and he says, "That's right. There's depths and there's pure fury behind this. And there's no one particular angle. So he's not tall and he's not short. I feel
I've
like
seen Fury. He nearly says, "I've been Fury." I've seen Fury before. And it's focus. I mean, even when we're furious, it's muscle memory. It's someone who stabs. They stab like that, and they only really change if all of a sudden, like they've got like a personal attachment, and I'm going bloody western. Only if they've got like a personal reason to go for the face or something like that. Otherwise, they just want to get it in there, And normally it's local and it's all roughly the same angle. As you say, I mean, this is almost bestial. Like,
that's right.
like it. Yeah.
I've never seen anything like this. I'm going to open her up and see what the damage is inside. And he starts to draw his scalpel across her chest and open her up.
Twist is going to take a step back at this point.
In a kind of a wide.
Arthur is gonna take a step forward at this point.
Yeah.
Again, he's had the camera this whole time.
Yeah.
No flash, obviously, but he's been taking pictures.
While he's getting ready to do that, could I take a look at? I was thinking like arms, shoulder, neck, fingers, and toes to see if there's any like injection wounds or anything like that, like little scrapes.
From what you can tell, Stubbs will have gone through all of that.
Oh, okay.
So he's
Nathan.
No. So what you notice about Stubbs is he is really good. He really, really knows his stuff, and he's fascinated by this. This isn't just a case of like, oh my god, what's going on? What's going on, guys? He is really fascinated by what is actually going on with this. And he's very thorough. So
Has he looked in her mouth?
yes. And he like
What's the inside of her mouth like?
the inside of her
Because
mouth
she said
has
that
a
she had all
tongue.
the bits.
Has a tongue. There's no issues there.
This guy sounds like recruit material to me. I mean, is that all we use the our version of the the flashy thingy from the Men in Black franchise, which is Eddie hitting you with a spanner, I think.
While Argos flashes his flash at his face.
Look into the camera, click, bang.
With everybody else standing behind him, just going wibbly wobbly. It's all
it was just swamp gas. It was just swamp gas.
It was exactly. This whole thing was just a gas leak.
Exactly. So,
our Twist is injecting some kind of psychotropic between his toes without him knowing.
On the floor. Okay, so
years later, he finds out that he's actually got imprinted on his skull Halford's.
Just shaves his hair, goes bald. What's this? Halford's backwards. Okay, so he starts to open her up, and there is a bit of a smell at this point. She's about 3 days old now. She's been in cold storage. Remember, nice cool air in here. But obviously she's getting to a point now where she's starting to.
It's getting ripe.
Slightly ripe. I would like to know if any of you have any particular experience with this kind of thing. I'm assuming, Eddie, as you have...
With what? Sorry?
Which kind of thing specifically?
With opening up of dead bodies.
Oh, you mean seeing the insides of dead bodies?
Seeing the inside of a corpse. Is that anything that is... I think Eddie's possibly the closest that we have here that might.
Hacksaw in the bathtub. Yep.
Twist has seen torture. She also likes her horror films and stuff. That she's not
different.
Squeamish.
This is different.
But she's not squeamish.
Okay. Icarus. Yeah, Cleric's not in the room.
No, I'm not. I'm firmly looking at my laptop.
Tippy tappy tappy tappy.
No. Cleric loves horror films too, but he knows that there's a difference between sort of, watching Freddy and
being Freddy.
Actually seeing somebody opened up in front of you.
Yeah. Icarus, what would you say?
Only what he's read in horrifying books. He's never seen anything in person.
Okay. Argus?
I mean, he's probably done a little bit of ambulance chasing, but like not a massive amount, because he went more down the, harassing celebrities route than that. So no, I don't think so. He has a chemistry background science-wise, so not biology. So no, but he's very interested to find out. and
okay,
looking at it.
I would like both Icarus and Argus to roll me a sanity.
Perfect. And just for the viewers, remind them how this works. Obviously we know. But,
okay, so you have your sanity score currently. What is your sanity?
Mine is currently 56 of a maximum of 60, so we're doing okay.
Icarus, what's yours currently?
67.
Okay, so you're neck and neck. If you roll a D100, get under that 100 sanity score, and if you succeed, we'll see what happens. If you fail, we will also see what happens.
That is 57 and success.
Okay.
Very nice. That is a 77 over 56.
Oh.
Is that your second crit fail?
Oh yeah, it's a crit fail.
That
crit
is.
fail on my sanity check.
Okay.
What happens?
Okay. This is a.
Argos suddenly just pushes the doctor out the way and just starts tearing bits of her out. With
This is just.
Don't need this. Don't need this. Don't need this.
This is not. Yes. I'll have that. Thank you.
Does this auto fight or flight me?
No, not at all. Not yet. No. I will get there. Don't worry.
Okay.
Okay.
But I'm going to take a loss right now. Yes?
Argus, you'll just take 1 point of sanity damage. And if you could tick
Remember,
off,
you can chuck it on a bond if you want.
You can chuck it on a bond. If you wanted to, you could We didn't do this
I
last
don't
week.
trust our handler saying you only lose 1 point when it's a critical fail.
You
I
only
think
lose
he's got
1
something
point,
in
but-
No,
plan.
just to inform you of all of this. So if you with this particular check, it is literally it's a helplessness check, and it's not unnatural.
Yes.
It's not violence. It's just like you're seeing somebody being cut open, which is
fragility
disturbing.
of a human body being
Absolutely.
cut into. Yeah, for sure.
And she's a young and beautiful woman who has been cut down in her prime, and now you're seeing her laid open on a slab in front of you. It's not great. So if you had succeeded, you'll have not lost anything. If you had failed, you would have got 1 point of damage, and if you've crit success, that's, as far as I'm concerned, 1 point is the maximum for that. So if you had another situation where you roll for that fail, so 1d4, 1d6, 1d20, they do exist. You would, if you crit failed on that, you would get the maximum.
Right.
So, yeah, which a crit fail on a sanity check is not a fun thing for anybody, other than me.
But I am only losing 1.
You're losing 1. If you'd like to, you can put that onto a bond. Up to you.
I'm 55 of 60. I'm not too worried. I don't want to start stressing out my bonds until I'm maybe dropping below 50. Am I ticking one of the tracks of helplessness?
Please. Yes.
Yes, instance of sanity loss without going insane.
Yes.
It's a tick.
That is a
Hooray
tick.
For me.
When you reach, just as a quick rules clarification here, when you reach 3 ticks on helplessness or violence, you then become slightly more used to that particular thing. So you become desensitized to it, essentially. So if violence, for example, that will then have a mechanical effect on you. So you end up actually losing some power permanently.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on. We'll cross that river of blood when we get to it.
Adding more to the whole feeling of that whilst you can, you do get better through failing in this game, you also get worse, and things ebb away.
You get more crazy.
They do.
Yeah.
So, Stubbs opens up the corpse of Amanda Griffin. He gets the there's kind of like a saw to crack open the ribs, and he parts the ribs open, and you can start to see the various organs in her body, and you can see now he uses like a little it's almost like a little vacuum thing to get rid of some of the blood and viscera that's surrounding the area. So he kind of cleans it up, and you can see that there are piercings into vital organs. And that corresponds.
Do they look strategic? Like, as in that they're trying to purposely go into organs, or just all over the place?
Okay. As far as Stubbs is concerned, it doesn't look like it. Again, to follow on from what he said before, this looks animalistic. This looks absolutely just violence. There's not necessarily any rhyme or reason to it that he can see. So, as he's looking at this body, he then starts to kind of move some organs aside, and he says, "Oh, that's weird. This part here is quite discoloured." And he's like, "Come over here. Look at this."
This is going to take a step forward as well at this point.
So is that twist?
Yeah.
Anyone else looking?
Oh yeah, 100%.
August, you said
still.
you weren't. Cleric is hiding in a cupboard. So, You see, there's this.
Holding
back and
paperwork
let
up
the-
in front of my face, going, nope, nope.
Now we've got past the violence of the situation. Eddie steps back and lets the thinkers come forward.
Okay.
Because at this point he's like, discoloration. I don't know shit about this. That's medical. So
Yeah.
he'll step back and kind of let Twist take his place.
So,
'Cause he does get in the way. He's
Argus, Twist, and Icarus. What you do is you see Stubbs moving aside. It's like the esophagus, and he pulls aside some of the cartilage, and he starts to point out this area which comes down the throat and into the lung, and it looks like it's kind
You
of
talk about the trachea.
yeah, but it's not actually the trachea. It's almost alongside it. So there's some cartilage that seems to have grown.
So not something you'd normally find in a human. It's
No.
something extra.
No, this looks like some weird kind of additional growth that's slightly blue. And as he is, he's kind of like he's poking around. He's like, "Can you see this? This is. I don't honestly know what's going on here, but."
Be careful with this.
And as you say
puts their
that
hand
to
into-
him,
yeah.
this almost tendril of blue comes out from the neck and grabs hold of his hand, and he starts screaming.
At this point, Twist gets her gun out.
And we go to
She's
break.
not taking it off.
And we're going to go to
Just
a break.
going to yell, Eddie, it's clobbering time.
Start looking for sharp shit.
All right, guys.
Never kill one with this saw. What's a saw do?
So obviously we will
Fuck.
we will
This is
pick
staple
up.
gun. Wrong thing.
We'll pick up on this.
It's okay. It's okay. There's going to be a very unfortunate mortuary fire. And
with
this
fire.
whole fucking building
Kill it
is
with
getting
fire.
burned down.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry.
Unfortunately, maybe the loss of a pathologist involved, but
Very possibly.
Unfortunately, the receptionist went. Well, look. Fortunately for her, the receptionist went home. However, unfortunately, she saw all of us first.
so
Bit done before he died.
That's
Delta
okay.
Green.
We can find out where she lives from the records before
Delta
we
Green.
leave.
before we burn them.
Delta
Yeah.
Green is a game of burning shit down and trying to.
It is.
Finding fun and cool new ways to destroy
I know we're
things.
supposed to be going to a break,
Preempt.
but I
We
was
are.
explaining this game to a friend the other day, and we've played some like mystery type games together before, and I was like, it's like that, but it has the added twist of when you show up at the crime scene to investigate. Sure, you're kind of there to solve the crime, but you're also there to make sure nobody fucking finds out what's going on and like obfuscate as much as possible and just be like, no, it's fine. And I
Perfectly
love that
normal,
little
yeah.
wrinkle of like, you know, the mundane police must not find out what's happened here.
That's right.
Our Call of
Fantastic.
Cthulhu phrase
Sorry.
is bleach and
Yes.
fire, my son.
Yes, so there'll be plenty in this mortuary.
So we will be back in roughly 10 minutes, assuming nobody gets eaten by some blue flubber.
Blue tendril flubber.
Have a good one, guys. Back in 10.
Bye. Bye.
Hello.
Hello.
We're all back, and yes. So I hope that everybody had a lovely drink, an imbibement of some description. We're about to kill some people. Hey! Okay, so let's get this show on the road, shall we? Usually within fighting, you don't roll for initiative as such. What you do is you use your dexterity score. I would like everybody to tell me their dexterities, please.
Let me find it.
I'm guessing you want us to say them all at once in a sort of chaotic...
Yes.
Do you want the score? Do you want the score or the percentage?
Score, not the ×5. Okay.
Okay.
Nick, what's clerics?
9.
9. Okay. Icarus. 9. Okay.
Also 9.
Simon.
10.
So I'm jumping between character names and real names. Sorry. Twist.
9.
9. And Argus.
As a 10 also.
10. Okay. So, what you see as Dr. Stubbs is placing his hands around the neck of this this woman who's now kind of been butterflied open.
Filleted.
Not quite. Almost. The hand is covered in this blue substance. And it grabs onto his hand. And like I said, he starts to scream. And the first thing that you hear, Cleric, is, whilst you're tapping away on your computer, is this, like, really high-pitched, like, just like... And, you know, instantly, you know, okay, shit's going down. What do you do?
I jump up and look through the window.
Okay, that's fine.
With sort of like with my hand in my
He's worked out
pocket.
the blinds.
That's fine.
Yeah, I've managed to work out the blinds this time. We're reaching for my extendable baton.
Okay, that's fine. Now, you all see this. Not Cleric. You all see this.
Laptop into the laptop, into sort of like the
That's cool.
bag that he's got to go in
Right.
it, so he doesn't forget it.
I just wanted to double check what your kind of intentions were. I didn't know if you would just literally just get out of Dodge.
No.
It's a viable.
It depends entirely on what he sees. He will jump up and have a
That's
look
fine.
to see why he's screaming, but if it's depending what it is, he might just run away.
He dropped a heavy weight on his toe.
Yeah. That's fine. I'll sit
I would
down.
like everybody, please, to give me a sanity roll.
Yay. Sanity roll. Sanity roll.
Sanity. Oh, that's good.
Okay, yep.
Okay.
Okay. Argus, what did you get?
I got a 60 over 55 for a fail.
That's a fail.
At least it wasn't a critical fail.
Twist, what did you get?
I got a 70. I think it was a 76 over a 67. So fail.
That's also a fail. Eddie, what did you get?
29 under 59. Pass.
That's a pass. Okay.
Nice.
Icarus.
That's a 57 under 67. Just another day in the world of the weird.
And Cleric, as you go to that window, you see this mad shit go down. You see this blue it almost looks like some kind of
Blue
silly.
wavy arms.
It almost looks like a silly putty or something like that. It's slightly like cartilage mixed with silly putty.
Fucking flubber, man. Like,
Yeah,
what more do you want? Like, it's flubber. It's flubber.
It's blue flubber.
I
Pointy
can't remember if
flubber.
I've actually said this
You
on
have.
stream or not yet.
No,
No,
I
I
don't
don't think you have.
The whole mystery is flubber. It's flubber. It's flubber. Please carry on. It's flubber.
Cleric, what did you get?
I got a 19 under 42.
Well done. Okay,
Hey.
so all of those that passed, please take 1 point of sanity. All of those that failed, please roll a d6 for me, please.
Oh boy. Let's see if my luck holds. That's a 5, so not really. Is that how much sanity damage I take?
Oh, we'll get onto that in one moment.
Oh, okay.
Twist, you said you
I rolled
failed?
a 5.
I did, yeah.
What did you get?
I rolled a d6. I rolled a 3.
3, okay. And everyone else passed, is that right? Brilliant. Okay, so
Yeah.
the ones that passed, take
Oh,
1.
yeah, it was just me and Argos, wasn't it, I think?
Yes, Argus. Argus.
So I keep saying Argos. Argus. Argus.
You know what? I get it, and it's fine.
Okay, twist. You 3, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, you take that 3 points of damage, or you can put it onto a bond. What would you like to do?
Ooh. What's my breaking point? I can't remember. Where would that be? Let me double check.
Should be right underneath your sanity
Yeah.
points
Yes.
on the sheet.
Yep.
Or it's under psychological if you're looking on
It's
Foundry.
basically your sanity minus your willpower.
Oh yeah, there you go. So I took sod it. Yeah, okay, I'll take it for sanity for now.
Okay, you'll take the sanity damage. Okay. Argus, I'm going to ask you if you would like to give that over to a bond, because if you take more than 4, no, if you take 5 or more, you will have a bout of temporary insanity, which means that you wouldn't be able to essentially take control of your character.
Sure.
They will
It's
do
quite a
fight,
dangerous situation
flight.
right at the moment.
Yeah, they will do fight, flight, or they will hunker down and just whimper.
Yeah.
You have a choice here. You can project that onto a bond.
Yep.
If you decide to do that, you will decide which bond that you'll project that onto. You will then obviously make a note of that and roll. I believe it's a D4.
Yep.
And then you will take
Damage
that.
my relationship with that bond by the number I've rolled on the D4.
Yes, that's correct.
As much as I want to just lean fully in and allow my character some temporary insanity, I will do the sensible thing and try to remain useful in this scenario. At least this time. Next time, hell no.
So you can be killed later.
Yeah. So that means sanity points wise, I'm going to stay at my 55 that I'm at right now, and the roll that I'm now going to make on the D4, which is a 3.
Okay, so
is going to come away from.
So you take that 3. So you originally had 5 sanity damage, yeah?
Yes, that's right.
Okay, so you actually now get 2 sanity damage.
Okay, and then
you take the 3 away from both the bond that you have decided on, and also your power.
Okay. As in my base.
Your base power. That now
Willpower.
drops.
See, okay. By 3 also.
willpower.
By 3 also.
Oh yeah, power or willpower?
It's willpower.
Willpower. Okay, great. Cool. Leave that with me. I will let you know which bonds I'm going to put that onto in just a moment. But
Okay.
I feel like the action
Yes.
should probably start.
Oh, yes. Okay. So, we pick up with, as both, actually, Pip, you would actually be first in initiative here, alongside Eddie.
Okay.
So I would say that both of you would be acting together. Now,
Sure.
would you like a quick reminder of the kind of things that you can do?
Yeah, sure. Let's have a rundown.
Okay. So you can pull out your gun if you have one. You can aim. You can attack if you already have your gun out. You would get a plus to that, but you don't.
Yep.
You can do a called shot. I don't know if anybody's intending necessarily to do some kind of gunplay at this time, because we're talking about a very small blue thing that's attached to this guy's hand. If you want to, you could do a unarmed attack. You could grab them. You could grab Stubbs. You could pull him away. You could do anything you like at all that you could.
I imagine there's a lot of items around him as well, like knives and stuff like
There
that.
are.
because
Yeah.
it's
There are
all
lots
This
of
was my
knives.
thought. This was my thought. I think what I'm going to do, and I will tell you what I'd like to do, and then
Please
you can
do.
tell me whether this is feasible or not. I think what I'd like to do is I would like to set up Eddie to have maximum effectiveness in this situation.
Okay.
And Eddie currently is not holding a blade, I believe, and I don't even know if he's got one in that toolbox particularly. So I think
No, he's got a hacksaw for reasons, but he's looking at the bone saw, which is sharp as all hell.
So I think
and he's kind of reaching towards it.
Then I think rather than have you spend your turn trying to arm yourself, I will spend my turn arming you. And I think Arthur's gonna, because he's useless in a fight. I have absolutely no combat skills whatsoever, apart from the base ones that they give you as for your sort of basic training for Pisces. So yeah, I will lunge for the little wheelie table with the surgical tools on it, snatch up this bone saw and just push it into, not blade first, push it into Eddie.
Oh god, it's all gone wrong already.
I hand it to him. I give him the knife.
Him the knife. That's cool. So let's say that's kind of like an assist in a way.
Yeah.
So let's say
I don't want his turn to be taken up with getting a weapon out. I'm like,
that's
he's armed.
fine.
That's
okay.
what I do.
So let's say like
clobber.
you grab the nearest bone saw, hand that over to Eddie. I'll say for that actually, Eddie, like that would be melee.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll give you a plus 20 on this because you're prepped. Okay. So if I'm assuming that you're going to do a melee now.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Cool. Go for it.
Is it possible to do a cold shot because I want to sever the tentacle?
Yes, I was going
interesting.
to say, I was wondering if you were just going to turn around and just plant this thing in the doctor's head.
cut the doctor's arm off.
Okay, so
cutting the doctor's arm off will save him, and we don't have to burn him down with everything else. No, I'm gonna go for slashing the tentacle.
Yes.
Yeah,
we can cut his arm off later
if
we have to. Right?
Item.
Okay,
It's a
all
mild
right.
torture.
This is fine. Okay, yes. So if you do a cold shot, that ends up actually being a minus 20. So you're flat now. You've got a flat score. So just what is your melee?
I'm a melee 60, so I'm quite happy with that. Plus 20, minus 20, absolutely cool.
You roll. You go roll that.
Come on, buddy.
Go Eddie. Go Eddie.
Be good.
Critical success 11.
Hey!
Nice.
Oh,
I don't know what I've done for the dice roller to love me like that. I mean, the dice roller has absolutely loved me today.
It's hated me today.
These things happen. Okay.
I don't think I've passed anything yet. I think everything I've failed on.
Okay, now I'm going to consider the attack with that knife. Now, knives are usually. I'm going to consider it a knife.
Okay.
Like a combat knife, basically.
Okay.
It's rated.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be a hefty thing. So let me just double check.
A thing starts as 1, ends up as 2 at the end.
Yeah.
Nice.
Stick them with the pointy end.
Combat dagger. So.
Was it like cleaver or something?
That's a 1d6. If you'd like to roll that for me, my friend. 1d6, please.
Okay.
That's 5.
5.
Goodness me.
Nice.
Okay. So you see this this saw just come down onto this strange like blue substance, and you separate it from the hand and the body of the woman who's just lying open, and you see suddenly that it just kind of goes inert and falls to the floor, and also just kind of collapses back into the body.
Oh, what? So part of it falls to the floor, and the other part just.
Yeah, you've separated it. You've bisected it essentially.
Okay.
Okay.
I was worried that we would have 2 bits to fight, to be honest.
Who knows?
Yeah. Eddie's never heard of a Hydra before. He just keeps cutting.
So are you just keep on like chopping this thing up?
No. That was a joke.
50 of them in the end.
That's fine.
That was a joke. Are we still in combat rounds or?
No. Let's drop
Okay.
out of. Let's drop out of
Twist
combat.
Twist grab the guy's hand where it was to look to see if he has any. If it's actually done anything rather than held his hand, and to see if it's actually punctured him.
So
presumably he'll be wearing gloves.
So you walk up to Stubbs, and yeah, he is wearing gloves, absolutely, 100%.
I imagined I stood near him anyway.
Yeah,
Like,
and they're
elbow.
like they're very heavy duty, like,
Yeah.
but they do need to be kind of like manipulatable, malleable.
Yeah.
There we go, enough for him to actually be able to do some of the finer work. But when
so they're like washing up gloves. But
yes,
Like marigolds.
it's wearing marigolds.
big marigolds.
So Twist, you walk up to him and you look at his hand, and you see it's quite weird. It's almost like it's almost like it's burnt through the glove slightly. So it's slightly melted, and his hand looks like it's almost like it's I don't know, it's red and bleeding, but you can't really detect an obvious wound at the moment.
Twist is going to, if there's any not tweezers, the sort of clamp type things, she'll try and pull the glove off his arm.
Sure.
To look at
Let's say
without touching him. Like
Okay.
she don't want to touch anything.
Let's say that you pull his
I'm
glove
going
off.
round behind him as she does this.
Um,
The bones saw.
That's fair.
Is the bit that came off, is that just on the floor?
Yeah, I was
Yes.
going to say, like, I guess you Adam,
Sample?
I was going to say one of us should scoop that.
Yeah.
That's cool. Okay.
Like rushing for a jar or
Let's-
something to put it in. I don't know.
let's go around the
There should
horn
be
a little
loads
bit
around
here.
for all of the.
Okay, so Twist, you take Stubbs over to one of the wash basins, and you start to kind of deal with him. Do you have any medical training or anything like that?
No.
You don't. You're just kind of
just
helping him out. You're just making
curious,
sure.
and-
Yeah, sure. You're approaching it from the same perspective as you have an owie. Okay, let's help.
Yeah, well, something. But she also wants to look to see if he's actually been pierced, and if he has, if he's
Sure,
potentially
you'd be able to see
infected.
that. You'd be able to see that. Okay, so,
Yeah,
Cleric in the other room, what are you doing? You've just seen some mad shit happen.
I basically bang on the window and go, it's all right. Just shouting, it's all right. Check his hand.
Twist like,
Thanks. Already on it.
cool. Icarus, what is it that you're doing?
And I'm gonna bar the, well, not bar the door, but I'm gonna basically stand the other side of the door. Presumably there's a window in the door as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's like safety glass.
And just sort of like, if it all seems to be going wrong, I will lock the door.
It was all in there.
I love you. Icarus, what are you doing?
And then set fire to the building and leave.
Of course, of course. It's the only natural conclusion to this game.
Makes sense, man. I don't blame you. Yeah.
That's how this had to end. So Icarus, we were talking about samples earlier, so I don't know if we had something prepared, but basically whatever container that could seal that's available, he's going to try put the thing in it without touching it.
That's fair. Okay, let's say that there are, I mean, we're talking about a fully kitted out like autopsy room. You know, they do this kind of thing on the regular basis. You can easily find jars, sample canisters, all manner of things.
Is there anything that's like, being that it burnt through his glove and everything else, is there anything that maybe is like metal or something that whatever this thing is can't burn through?
Glass, always glass.
Glass, yeah.
Yeah, do you reckon?
Okay.
Things burn through metal, they don't burn through glass.
Is it damaging the floor?
Roll a... What would it be? Probably...
Investigation?
Actually, you have some ability with chemicals and stuff, don't you?
I do. I've got a chemistry background. Yeah.
Do that for me then, please.
Do a chemistry?
Yes, please.
Yeah. Oh shit. 26 under 40.
Awesome.
Hey.
Well done. Okay, so
roll.
so you bend down to it, and because you are aware of how to deal with chemicals, you know that you don't want to get so close to it. You don't want to get downwind and all of this kind of stuff. So
touch it. Yeah,
exactly. So you get close enough to it where you feel like you're going to be safe. You saw the distance at which it attacked Dr. Stubbs. You're like, okay, this is probably all right.
Ironically, it's going to have a stub by the end of this.
Yes, Dr. Stubbs, yes. Okay, I'm counting the stream. No,
that's it, guys. Thanks for watching.
I went there.
Can't top that. Right. So, so Argus, you bend down. You have a look at this almost like it's an inert bit of blue stuff. Like I said before, it looks like a kind of cross between cartilage and almost some kind of silly putty. It's got white bits on where the cartilage is, and where it kind of gets deeper, it goes into this slight blueness. So you're looking at it, and you're like, this is totally inert. You can smell it, but you can't see what it's doing to like the metal of the floor. So it's got a grate. It's like a sluice, and it's just sat there. It's just sat lying between like a couple of holes. It's just totally inert.
It's not burning the.
Nope.
It's not burning. Okay. All right.
But you got that slightly smelly, like sweetness that's chemically as well.
Okay. I would like to, and feel free to jump away from me while I do this, because I see that Icarus is, I assume, sorry, in my head, Icarus has like found a Tupperware, emptied this guy's lunch onto, and it's ham sandwiches on the floor, and he's
munching on a Scotch egg while he's trying to like move it with his foot. You know,
I'm trying to do that thing where you can use the lid to knock it in.
Scoop,
Get in.
I see Icarus is coming to grab this
To save the day.
So I think, yeah, and again, like I say, jump to somebody else, but Argus is going to get up and go, while this is, he's away from the body now, right?
Yep.
I'm going to go look in the body. I want to see what's going on with the other end of this thing, where they come from. Where
Okay.
where did it, like, can I see anything like what was going on with those birds on the inside of this?
Oh yeah, okay, that's cool.
Inside of this person.
So,
Like, I'm
Argus,
I have,
you
again, no skills in this.
that's
in this,
fine. That is totally
in
fine.
this vein.
So Argus, you
But I have things in my motivations that mean I have to go look at stuff. So
that is fine. That's good. I'm glad you're playing up to that. Actually, as a small reminder, when you start to lose more willpower, you will be able to regain it by fulfilling things to do with your motivations. Okay?
okay.
So if I feel like, oh, actually, do tell me as well. Say, I feel like I'm actually trying to fulfill a motivation here by being super curious about such and such, or I really like long walks in the country, so I'm going to go for a long walk in the country.
Well, that's part of the reason why I was asking if she's been abused.
Absolutely.
I wanted to.
Absolutely. So, and I believe actually at the moment, Argus, you're the only person with actual proper power damage. Right.
I think so.
Well, I got power damage before we moved into this game.
That's right.
As
You did.
Twist.
You did.
She
But
had power damage.
we will get onto that at some point, no doubt. Anyway, okay. So, Icarus, are you're
She got messed up.
you're putting the offcut, as it were, into this. I don't know, a glass bottle or something like that. Is that what you're going to do?
Yeah. Just trying to
Why
get
do
it
I feel like
contained.
Chris
So
just go, ooh.
It's fine. You manage to jiggle it into the bottle, and you find like a, I don't know, like a proper like a glass stopper, as opposed to just any old kind of bit of cling film or something. Eddie, what are you doing?
I'm standing behind Stubbs as Twist is, I know, doing first aid, but also assessing whether or not this guy should shift off the
As
mortal
far as
coil.
he's concerned, she's taking care of him. As far as she's concerned, she's checking to see if we've got a problem.
He's absolutely. He's not military. He hasn't got a military background. He's got a criminal background, and therefore he's not waiting for a command from his superior. He's waiting for the boss to give the nod. And
The boss to give
if
the
she
nod.
gives the nod, he dead. He's basically, if she gives the nod, he'll just bonesaw across the throat, and guy's dead.
Night, Stubbs. Yeah.
Okay.
Good night, Vienna.
So,
But then will that kill him if it's gone into him as well? Because
Eddie-
it looks like it burst out the other people.
Eddie and Twist, what you're doing is you're looking at this guy's hand, and you can see that there's been a very slight, like, you clean it off, you use some water, you take his glove off and everything as well, and you can see on the back of his hand he looks like he has had just something kind of push into him slightly, and like he's just accidentally stabbed himself on something, and he's there and he's like, seriously, I don't know what the hell was going on there. What the bloody hell was that?
Twist asks him. She points. She doesn't touch it, but she points to the piercing hole and says, "Did it do that?"
What? What are you talking about?
There, the little hole.
What about it?
Was that there this morning, or was that whatever the hell that thing was, did?
Yeah, it bloody well cut me. Felt like bone or something.
Twist is going to feel really... She doesn't want this poor guy to die, but she also doesn't want him to turn into some big blue fingery thing.
Just all fingers all the way
She's
down.
going to look over his shoulder straight at Eddie with one slight eyebrow, with her eyes looking at him slightly concerned. She's also going to...
John?
Yes.
From my vantage point, looking through the window in the door, would I be able to see the interaction between Twist and Eddie?
What's your humint?
probably not as good as it should be if you're asking me that.
No, it's fine.
Don't forget, he is used to looking at
Of course.
twists and them interacting with
14%.
eyebrows and things quite a lot.
Yeah, okay. You know what? You're used to seeing what's going on, and you're a bit freaked out. But yeah, look, I'll say you notice that there's some kind of eyebrows going on. You're not.
Yeah, what's your eyebrow int score?
Yes.
I should get a bonus because I know Twist.
It's
I've seen
totally
her
fine.
eyebrows.
No need to roll it.
I've seen her eyebrows in motion before.
In many occasions.
On many occasions.
We go both up and down.
If I see her raising the eyebrow and just going,
Yeah.
I'm going to turn around. I'm not going to watch the doc being
Murdered.
like a pig. Yeah, I'm going to turn around. I'm not going to look.
So, Twist and Eddie, you are stood there together. You're there with the doctor, and he's constantly like he's just washing his hand now. And he's like, I reckon this should be good enough. If it doesn't look like it's left anything in there. That's good.
But while he's doing
It's
that,
just a
like,
bit of
I'm
cut.
assuming he can't see me because he's looking at his hand.
Yeah,
So
he's
I'm
sorting his
gonna
hand
also
out.
try and look at all the others. They're in the room, but mouthing without actually making noise and go.
Argus is not paying attention to you. Icarus is not
staring
paying
into a
attention.
corpse.
Yes,
Okay.
and the
Is
corpse
Rosie
stares
just throw
back
it
at
in?
you.
No,
and
This
Icarus,
sounds a
you are
lot
not
like
paying attention.
the leader has to make the
Yeah.
decision in the moment. This isn't something you
100%.
consult on because he'll twig.
Okay.
Yeah, this is not a democracy right at this point.
Okay, Twist looks at she's gonna have to look at Eddie and go, and then she's going to carry on talking to the guy and give Eddie the nod, but talk to the guy as though she's looking at his arm with him, so the guy's not aware of what Eddie's about to do.
God.
Wow.
If anyone's seen Pierpoint, yeah. If anyone's seen Pierpoint, this is very much going to be like the Pierpoint method. So
I feel really bad. The poor
I didn't
guy,
think we'd
but
get
what will I
here
do?
by episode 4, guys.
yeah, there we go.
This is always
So,
where it was going, John. There was no escape.
This is why I love this game. So.
You know how there have been 2 murders? In order to cover it up, we had to do a third.
Welcome to Delta Green.
Right, he's seen shit now. We can't,
he's contaminated.
fair enough.
I get
Anyway,
it. This is
Yeah.
bad. This is
So-
really bad.
Is he contaminated?
We don't know.
know.
We don't know.
Well, the
Eddie's
boss
seen-
just said so. So Eddie thinks he's
Eddie's doing it.
contaminated.
This is
So
the thing. This
we
is
don't
the-
know
knows
yet
this guy's
how they
already
get
dead.
contaminated.
Eddie,
Yeah.
the medical doctor.
no, I'm the opposite. I go the other way.
Eddie's the best.
That's the point.
Eddie's
She's
the
the
best
doctor,
forensic
as far as I'm
pathologist
concerned.
among us.
He knows most.
I haven't got any medical.
He doesn't need
No.
it. He's so experienced
She'll
in
criminal
murdering
harm.
people.
Yes,
Yeah.
Hurting
going
people.
the other way.
Yeah.
I'm experiencing going the
It's like-
other way.
Twist has absolutely no medical knowledge at all. Like, she has 12% in first aid, and she's like, shit.
Well,
Sellotape.
in the
No.
Walking
Steadfast.
Dead. So yeah, kill him. Yeah.
Look,
Right, okay.
we're all chatting away and it's good fun.
So-
but a man has to die.
Man
now.
has to
Yeah. So
So-
with my gloved hand, I'm gonna grab the back of the guy's head,
Ooh.
slam him into the wall, and as I do so, bring the bone saw to his throat so that his throat gets slammed onto the bone saw. Pull the bone saw out, slashing the throat, and then pushing his neck against the wall so that the arterial gush goes down the wall.
Wow.
Now, this seems like you've done
That-
this before, Eddie.
That was really unpleasant, dude.
Twist is trying to dodge out of as many sprays of blood as she can.
That's the point. I don't want him spraying on you.
Yeah.
That's why I slam him
Yeah.
up against the wall first
Um,
and slash, because I don't want any of us getting contaminated either.
Twist is also going to say, is it worth chopping the arm, because we don't know if that thing has put anything in his arm before. Yeah, because the last thing, we don't know if it was still alive when the
Twist.
people died.
Twist. There has just been a murder, a very grisly murder, right in front of you. You are not debating whether or not to cut his fucking arm off right now as well. Okay?
Might
What you
still
are
come out of his arm.
No. What you are doing is you are rolling fucking sanity.
Okay.
Okay?
A man had his throat cut in front of you.
Eddie, you are also rolling
on your
sanity.
orders.
You
on your
are
orders.
responsible for this guy's death.
I got a critical
100%.
You did this.
success.
Okay.
Critical success.
Hang on. Right.
Twist is slightly excited by this, and she can't work out why.
This is wrong.
Just another day, just another body there already.
I mean, I'm assuming that this is maybe Twist's first time ordering someone's death.
Twist has seen a lot of deaths, and
but
she's been out in the field.
Have you ever specifically ordered someone to kill somebody
No,
else?
she's killed people because when she's had to, but she's not had to tell anybody else to.
And-
She's more to get herself out of
And now she
situation.
feels obscurely turned on by this.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
powerful.
Calm. Eddie, what did you get?
Suddenly feels.
Twist?
I got a 7.
Wow.
He did get.
It's another day in the office.
Cold-blooded
Icarus.
killer,
Well,
man.
it is for you.
Icarus, what did you get? You just heard this shit go down. Yes, I'm afraid you are rolling as well. You're in the room. There is a guy who's just been pushed up against the wall and quite violently murdered. 3.
I got a 3. Had to be
Argus.
done, clearly.
Yeah, I guess I don't see the throat cut. I turn around and I
We're-
see him
we're
sliding
suddenly
down
murder
the wall.
hobos.
Yeah.
Did you succeed as well?
Oh no, I
mean
haven't rolled
suddenly?
yet. I
Roll.
wasn't sure if I was.
Oh, yes.
Needing to roll.
Yes. Everybody that's in this room, Cleric has
feel it.
very
Guys,
clearly. What?
51 under 52.
Oh, well done.
Oh,
I feel like
shit.
I
That's
feel
a
like
clench roll. You're clenching. Yeah.
Fuck.
I feel like John really wanted one of us to fail
I
so that we
did.
weren't all sociopaths.
I did. Do you know why? Do you know why?
Hey,
right?
hey. I may not take sanity harm from this. I'm very upset.
You do actually all take sanity
great.
damage from this.
How much should we take?
You all take 1 point.
I got critical success. Do I
You
not get anything for being a double
you
success?
all take 1 point.
Alright.
That is the
Thanks,
absolute
Twist.
minimum for
Okay,
killing
what's
an
the-
innocent, even though there is a very good reason.
What's
Okay.
the? How does that work though with critical
Would you like?
successes and stuff? with
Would
that?
you like to know what? Okay, it doesn't mean that you just. It just means you automatically get the least amount. That's all.
Okay.
Would you like to know what the like a fail would have given you? 1d10.
Yes.
Sure.
That's 1d10.
Whew.
Yeah. I'd have gone
Okay.
past my breaking point almost
Yeah,
certainly.
you would have all been
Suddenly,
fucked.
there's a room full of insane people.
Yeah.
And a dead guy.
Yeah, right, eh? So, this is crazy.
And clerics
Just
rocking
murdered
with
somebody.
the other room.
Cleric's probably already sort of
He's
sitting down in
locked
front-
that door. He's seen what's going on.
He's already probably crouched down, sort of like back against the door, going, "Oh, fuck."
So,
Yeah, so-
Eddie's going back up. We don't want any of this blood on your shoes. The whole point is not
they're,
to
they're nice
contaminate
shoes. They're
us.
Jimmy
What have you just
Choos.
done?
Now, sort of step back a bit.
Everyone back, yeah. Right. I guess I'm getting the petrol, boss. I mean,
Hold on.
What happened?
So, the thing, he had a pierced hole. The thing pierced him, and we don't know yet. Obviously, she's been pierced quite a lot, and this happened to her, and she's had this thing inside
he's
us.
got
We
a cut
don't
on
know.
his hand, so we just fucking murdered him.
Well, he's seen this thing, which we're not meant to be. You know, people aren't meant to be aware of it or seeing it anyway, with giving our instructions, and we're not sure whether it would also infect him.
We're not sure, so we've cut his fucking throat.
Well, look, I didn't like it either, but I had to make a rash decision, and I was the one that had to make the decision because he was there with me, and it was that or leave him to potentially turn into a big blue finger monster thing that would, you know, or leave and tell other people about what he saw, and risk issues again with that. It's, don't get me wrong, I don't want to just go around being a crazy murder person. It's not me at all. I like to be subtle. And
Subtle.
blend
You like
in.
to be subtle. You're a great exponent of fucking subtlety. Is that it?
I mean, crazy murder person. I'm right here. I mean,
you know.
Arthur is gonna turn towards the door and head out of it if it isn't
Argus.
locked.
Argus, as you turn, you pass by the body and you see movement.
I was standing right next to it. So, yeah, I see movement.
What's
Like
moving?
in it, like in the body, or the body's moving.
In the body.
Okay.
Does Twist see when he walks off?
No, you're not
I'm
stood.
gonna react. I'm
Okay,
gonna
right,
react if I see movement in the body. Yeah, I mean, I will lurch away from it, and call out to the others. Something's fucking moving in there.
Okay, petrol it is. Okay, I'll be
Twist
right
is
back.
going to grab. Twist is grabbing her gun while he's doing it, and she starts shooting the fuck out of the moving thing.
Just a
Okay,
pause.
I dive to the floor as this woman starts shooting the corpse I'm standing next to. Can I
Wow.
take some more sanity damage, please, John?
Yes, actually, yes.
Bullets
Thank
because
you.
splashing.
So, there is actually sanity damage for being around gunfire.
I'm not imagining this is a very large room.
I mean, it's not
sure.
big enough for you to be like, oh yeah.
But don't forget, it's the whole of the Southwest's coroner's office, so it might not be small.
Right, okay. It's a room. It's a room that, okay, it's larger than some, but it is not so big that it's going to, not really be affected by gunshots.
Twist is trying to save people, right?
I know,
She's trying to
That's
stop
fine.
this weird
I'm
thing
not-
bursting
I'm
out.
not-
You have your
everywhere.
reasons.
Pip is having a fantastic time. Arthur, everything
Not so
has
much.
gone from it was kind of enjoying the kind of occult weirdness of everything, and
the
suddenly
camaraderie and the-
a guy's had his throat
And
cut.
the weird
and
chicken or the weird bird.
That bird thing
fryer.
was like, look,
Yeah.
honestly, the bird catching thing that we did, that was like a really fun team bonding exercise as far as I'm concerned. We had a nice time in a garden electrocuting some birds.
Yeah, that was Cleric. That was Cleric and Argus
Yeah.
proving to each other how smart they are.
I failed, and you proved to be much smarter than me. But crucially, we had a good time, and we electrocuted some birds. And now, in the space of a few seconds, a guy's been murdered, and someone's shooting a corpse that I'm standing next to. I'm
But in
freaking out.
fairness, Twist is quite a good shot.
I don't know that. Also, I'm a man from London who's lived, apart from one specific event, a largely mundane life. I don't know if I've ever seen a gun being fired in real life before. This is terrifying.
It is. It is.
John,
It
you
is
meant-
literally terrifying.
You remember
Oh boy.
talking about doing things that that make you feel better,
Yes.
like going for long walks in the woodland. I'm not going for a long. I'm not going for a long walk in the country.
Turns
However-
and walks
Perfect
into the woods,
However-
and we
You
never
never see
see
him
him again.
When Cleric sort of sank down onto his haunches and sort of he's smoking a cigarette in the lobby, and I know it's no smoking in the thing, but I think we're past that.
By this point, yeah.
He's got his earbuds in, listening
Okay.
to some very loud heavy metal.
Okay. That's
So
cool.
he might not hear the gunshots.
No, you hear them.
Oh,
You
you'll
hear
hear
them.
You'll hear them.
I'm afraid, doesn't matter how loud you're going with that, you hear the concussive nature of I mean, as far as Twist said, she was unloading her fucking pistol into this corpse.
Yes,
Wriggling
right,
thing.
I can't. I
Yeah,
don't recall exactly, and
15,
we can check it in the
12 to
recording.
15 rounds
But
later.
I believe the exact terminology was, "I shoot the shit out of the thing."
Okay.
Yes.
I-
Those are the words
Empty
used.
my clip into the jello.
Let's bring this
Thing
in.
moving, bang.
Let's
So-
go. Okay. Sorry.
Did you not say you wanted a silencer?
I did,
That's-
yes.
There's a reason.
Silencers.
Okay.
I know,
so,
I know, I know.
all right. Okay.
I know.
When we go off the rails, we really go off the rails, right?
I mean, you're doing
0 to
great, guys.
60,
You're
just-
doing great. this is more than I could have hoped for.
Hey, she restrained herself when she saw the wiggly tendril come out of the girl. She went.
That
she
was
had her gun
fine.
ready, and she went no, but then He's dead and it's moving again. Right, that's it.
Look, you've been on more of these missions. You've seen all this crazy shit.
You've seen more
I
of
know
this
it makes
shit.
sense what you're doing, but I'm a normal guy and I'm.
You're a photographer. This
The
is
only
not
reason
normal
I'm
day.
doing well is I'm not a normal guy.
Yeah. So,
Whereas Cleric's seen some
I-
shit and he's heard some shit
Twist.
and he's probably going, oh God, what's Twist doing now?
Twist. Okay. Firstly, I would like each one of you to roll sanity for me again, please. Even you, Cleric.
Come on, man.
Yeah,
Again,
yeah.
on top of the sanity I have just
Not
rolled.
you, Twist. No,
Okay,
actually,
cool.
no,
But
not
I'm
you.
choosing
Not
to shoot
you.
the gun, and I
You're
know how to
choosing to
shoot
shoot
it.
it.
Yeah,
That's fine.
Yeah.
Not you, Twist.
Okay, here we go. Here we go.
What I
Sorry.
would like.
Oh boy.
Okay, so Argus, what did you get?
I got a 92 over 51.
Okay, you get 1 point of sanity loss, please.
Me
Eddie,
down to 50.
Eddie, what did you get?
21 under 57.
That's fine. You don't lose anything. Icarus.
82 over 65. I was not expecting a gun to go off in my ear.
No one is. No one's expecting the gun. You take 1 point of damage. Cleric.
30 under 40.
That's fine. You don't lose anything. Would anybody
So
like
is this
to?
an incident of san loss?
That is
for violence?
if you could tick violence for me as well,
yes,
please.
Sure, yeah,
Please, Argus.
we're watching a highly trained MI5 agent shoot a corpse. So yeah.
Repeatedly while screaming at it.
It wiggled.
So
in my head,
Twist
she's
taking
sort of
any-
like 8 paces max away from it as well.
Twist. Please roll for me a firearms.
Okay.
And
Oh,
also,
gosh, just in
is it
case I
one
was
gun
shooting
or
there.
both?
I'm
Yeah,
assuming
John
it's one.
wooing at it.
I think she'll probably do for that. She'll probably do one and actually hold with her other hand to get the aim
Weaver
better,
stance
so she's
it.
supporting
Yeah.
it.
Weaver
Yeah.
stance.
I'm looking for firearms. Right.
Yes, please.
What do you have to? How difficult is the roll to shoot a corpse?
It's the wiggly
guess
shit
it's
that's
not
on the
the thing
inside.
on the inside.
10?
You're right.
Yeah.
Wow.
10.
Okay.
Yeah. She knows how to fucking shoot. Yeah.
What is your damage for that? What's the damage for that gun? I think it's like a D10 or something.
Oh. How do I find that out? Hang on.
I can find it.
Yeah,
It's
that's
on your
under-
character sheet. It's on your character sheet.
Yeah. Equipment, is it? Maybe equipment.
Yeah,
Would I
medium
do-
medium pistol is a
Okay,
1d10.
I'll do a heavy pistol.
Oh,
I
you're
dunno,
doing
I
a
might do a
heavy,
pistol.
are you? So that's 1d12.
I don't know. What's the difference?
1d12 or 1d10?
What's the difference with them both?
1d12
With them.
for medium. Sorry,
Yeah, I don't know
1d12.
if like, the heavy pistol would be more likely to ricochet or if the medium would.
No, it's a lot harder to hide and it's a lot heavier.
That, do you know what? That's fine. Who's there?
And
No
weight.
one's there.
Fine.
So she does a heavy pistol. D12.
D12, what did you get?
Oh, I got okay.
You got a roll, yeah.
7.
Okay. Cool. Okay. You unload your heavy pistol into this corpse, and I would like also everybody to roll a D100 for me, other than Cleric.
Jeez, come on, man. You're killing me over here.
John, do I have to roll it because I've left the room to go get petrol?
Yes, at the point at which the gun went off, you were in the room, yeah?
Yep, okay.
Is this more sad?
No, this is a luck roll.
Okay.
Please
luck-
tell me if
cool.
you get
Just
over
an
if you get over 50.
Yep, 72.
I got over 50.
38 under.
50 exactly?
50 exactly. Yeah, no, I think that's a pass. Does it go to 51?
You'd be okay because 100 would
No,
be.
it's 50 to 99, isn't it?
It'd be 51 to 100
Is it 50?
would be. No, because D100
No,
you can
it's-
roll 100.
Yeah, you can. So it's
So
51.
therefore 51 to 100 is
Yep.
fail and 50
Fail.
and under.
Yep.
Yeah.
So 50, it's a pass.
So you passed.
Who failed? That was Icarus and Argus. Did you fail as
I
well,
didn't
Twist?
fail.
Oh, you didn't fail. Okay. Argus
38.
and Twist.
Yep.
It makes sense. We're both right next to it. Whatever.
I'm on the ground
Sorry.
covering my head.
Twist is really hoping he hasn't got any photos of her shooting the shit out of this thing.
Okay. For the next 4 hours, both Argus and Twist are going to have minus 20 on all alertness and anything to do with hearing stuff.
Oh,
Because,
it's a bit deaf.
yes, you have fired a heavy pistol, which is fucking loud.
But what about? But
Repeatedly.
surely, if it was alertness, as in looking, is that not going to be different to
Minus
hearing?
20. Alertness, minus 20.
Okay.
You know, I might decide otherwise at some point, but that's going to be a different
Depends
issue.
on the situation. I
Depends on the
guess.
situation.
Yeah.
How
So
do
that's
I
for
do I just
4
write that on my
hours.
notes?
Just make a note.
Right, so,
Just make a note for
4
4
hours,
hours, minus 20 on
alertness.
all alertness or anything to do.
And what is the
with
time
listening.
in game right now?
I think we said, what's the start, didn't we?
7 o'clock.
It's
Oh,
about,
it's late.
about 7 o'clock now, let's say. Yeah.
7 p.m. Okay, so we've got until 1 a.m.
Oh.
basically.
Yeah, midnight, sometime around then,
Yeah.
you're going to be like, oh, okay, I got my hearing back.
Oh,
a
you
bit.
said 4 hours. I can't count. Yeah, 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
I can count.
So, Eddie, you've run off to go get some petrol. Cleric, you're sat with your earbuds in, cranking
Smoking
up.
a cigarette.
Yeah, cranking up some doom metal and
Like a
just
cigarette
trying
between
not
every finger.
like your finger holding cigarettes. Icarus, what is it that you're doing at the moment?
I was going to grab my sample and run out the room.
That's cool. Argus, you are slightly deafened, and Twist has just fired a gun at you, basically.
Yeah. The second the gun went off and bullets started flying, I genuinely will have dived onto the ground and have been covering my head while this was going on.
Okay.
When the shooting stops, I will scramble to my feet. I'm not going to do this on stream, but I will scream some obscenities.
That's fine.
And then I leave the building. And as I'm walking out, and I feel like you've got like, we see this from like Cleric's point of view as he sat in the waiting room, like bah, 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 with the headphones on, smoking a cigarette, and we get like Eddie goes past, and then Icarus goes past,
And Argus.
and then Argus goes past, and as Arthur's walking out the building, he's gonna take that little mid-sized bottle of whiskey out of his pocket and just fucking start chugging it.
Okay.
I don't know, he's gonna walk back to where the car is, I guess.
Cool.
And he's just over there now, and we can come
That's
back to him
fine.
whenever, but he's
That's
fucking
fine.
Yeah.
Twist, what are you doing? You have.
So Twist's eyes are really quite wide right now.
Yeah.
Slightly
Yeah.
crazy.
Crazy eyes.
She is breathing a little bit heavier. She is looking, but she's going. Oh yeah, she's looking at the body to see if she can still see anything moving, while going.
Roll a.
Ma, ma.
Yes,
Hoping her ears eventually pop.
that's an Archer joke for anybody who's. What's that?
Ma.
Roll for me. Roll for me an alertness. That's fine, but that will be at minus.
With a minus 20. Hooray. Let me open that again. Ooh.
You guys, you're doing so well. You're good. You're good. I'm proud of you.
4. See, if that wasn't a minus 20, that would have been a pass. No, but because it was a minus 20,
Yep.
I rolled a 17. I got 74, but with a minus 20, obviously I've got
Yeah.
a lot less. So
Yes. Yes.
Fail.
So you're looking at this body that is now full of holes as well, and from what you can see, you can't see any movement. What would you like to do?
Shoot it again.
She's going to. I mean, if a gunshot can't destroy it, she doesn't really know what else she can do herself, because you know, she only has a certain amount of knowledge and skill set herself. So
above
think-
table,
Yes.
do pathologist labs have acid?
probably.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, hey, let's do a luck roll.
They have
But
formaldehyde, and that's
Yeah.
even better.
Yeah.
Like, but the thing
Yeah, I
is,
think-
Twist doesn't
survives that
have
shit.
any form of science or chemistry, so she wouldn't. Well, she
Well, if it's
wouldn't
got
know what's
sulfuric
written on it.
acid written on it or hydrochloric acid, you know it's going to be acid. So
Yeah.
You know, the person that it would have definitely known, you've just completely alienated. Yeah, I'm sure, like, if you have a look around, you'd be able to find something. You'd certainly find formaldehyde.
Oh, yes. Were you talking about me?
I was.
Oh, I thought you. Well, I would say this is twofold. There are two
It was.
people who
Yes,
would have known.
yes. Dr.
One
Stubbs
of whom is,
certainly
one of
would
whom
have known.
is deaf and outside. The other whom is fucking dead.
at least we hope so.
I mean, that's a,
Yes, quite. No, you're not wrong. I stand by this decision. But
so,
yeah, Christ.
Eddie.
Okay.
Sorry. So, Twists, I'm going to say you're going to have a look around for some acid or something like that. You
She's
do
gonna
find
have a
some.
look, see if she sees anything.
Okay, so you find some formaldehyde. Eddie, you've walked out, and you have basically made a beeline, I'm assuming, for the local SO.
No, in episode 2, I
No, he already
said
had
that
it in the back of the car.
Yeah, I filled 2 jerry cans.
This is a man prepared to burn down some shit.
Man of the mob, mate. I go out and as I'm pulling them out, I am whistling a tune. Turn around to Argus and say, first time.
I mean, I don't know if I hear you. I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you might be able to lip read, but if he's like,
I just imagine the song that he's whistling is, hi ho, it's off to work we go.
I think I'm glad I
Whistle.
can't hear him whistling because I think that would give me the 2
Creeps,
sanity
the
damage
chills,
necessary for me to be at my breaking point.
Dude, only 2. 2 left, yeah?
I'm 2 away from my
I'm
breaking
sorry.
point. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm at 50 of 50. My breaking point's 48.
Wow.
If I calculated this character right, then
Yeah. Brilliant.
I think he's
I feel bad
he's
now. Twist
he's
is like to almost turn 2 people insane.
yeah.
Been
All
responsible
it
for a
took
lot of stuff.
it was seconds to do that. I'd say for Eddie, from Eddie's perspective, Arthur is unresponsive, not in like a catatonic way, but like he's just sort of hunched, sort of leaning against the car, sort of drinking and trying to find his cigarettes. And you'd probably get the feeling that he's probably deaf from the gunshot noise. It was very close to where he was, and he's not used to it.
In a very stereotypical British and Londoner way, he believes that he'll get through if he speaks clearly and loudly, and so he goes, "I'll sort it out with the fuel."
Holding up the jerry cans.
Okay.
You just get this like hollow-eyed blank stare back, like a sort of disbelief that this could possibly be happening, and also that you are standing there yelling, "I'll sort it out with the fuel," while holding 2 big jerry cans just in the street.
In a public car
Just
park.
in the street. I know it's not necessarily busy.
It's in the street.
But like, this is a detached building, right? This is a building we can safely burn
odd,
down, yeah?
It's odd behaviour even for Cornwall.
So,
and before we move on, Arthur has a little moment as he watches Eddie walking away. As he sort of turns back and sort of looks through the window of the car and wishes he had the car keys.
I believe they're with Eddie, aren't they?
They are. He knows they are. He was driving. But there's just this like, I could just get in the car and I could just drive away, and this was all a terrible mistake. And that's me.
Okay. Eddie, you walk back into into the reception area with your 2 jerry cans, and you pass Icarus. Icarus, what is it that you're actually doing? You're just walking out with the
little sample.
Yeah,
the little sample.
So I
that you
mean,
have.
so I imagine that as Eddie is walking back in with the cans, he bumps into Icarus holding a jar with a tentacle.
Yeah.
And I guess spotting the cans, he'll actually kind of give you a little bit of a nod, like, yes, make sure there's nothing left, and he'll just walk straight past you.
I just imagine it's like that meme you get, the Umbrella Academy meme, where they're driving past each other in the car.
Oh yeah.
Look at him go. Yeah.
Righty dokey, makey. All right, there we go.
Brilliant.
And then Icarus will go to the car and actually start drinking as well. Just slightly different reasons, but same result.
Cleric follows you out and sort of he sees both of you with like either a small bottle or a flask, and just holds his hand out to one of you.
I'll give you a roll. I think Argus is catatonic, so I'll top you up.
Takes a little swig and like,
I think with Argus, as you're like holding out your hand for his bottle, he will finish it because there's already not very much left in it. Throw it on the ground at his feet hard enough to break it, and he will walk away. He's not hanging out with you guys. He's.
Well, bearing in mind that I had nothing to do with the murder or the shooting.
I know. It's not personal. It's just this whole situation is fucked.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he's not handling it well.
That's fair.
I'm just trying to. I'm simply trying to play 2 points away from breaking point. That's
I understand.
Yeah,
but it doesn't mean that cleric's feelings aren't hurt slightly.
I'm so sorry.
Icarus will put his hand on your shoulder, cleric, and go, "Hey, I think he needs a minute."
Don't show him the tentacle. But don't show him the tentacle.
Look what I found.
You put your hand with the tentacle on his shoulder. Okay, all right.
So
as Eddie gets into the same room that Twist is in,
yeah,
he turns to Twist and says, "Right, chicken, we got to talk about something, okay? Those things," points at the gun. "There's 2 things that you always have to be careful with when it comes to what. Let's make no mistake of it. Is what you need to do is be careful of 2 things in what is quintessentially a crime scene. Yeah." Liquids and sound. You don't want splatter and you don't want noise. That thing makes both of them. And get out. Out.
We need to get the foot and the hand as well, in case she doesn't realise she's shouting because she can't hear herself, so she's shouting loud even though Eddie can hear her.
Yeah.
Because they might have weird tentacles inside too. Get them out of whatever fridge and burn it all.
You need more than 1 tentacle.
No, but there might be some in the foot. The man, the other man.
Icarus has got one.
No, we don't need it. We need it all burnt, so no one can get no more tentacles.
Burn the hand and the foot.
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry. I'm going to level the whole building, mate. It's fine. It's all right.
There's been a small misunderstanding here.
Yeah,
I'm
don't
gonna
worry.
burn everything.
Yeah, don't worry. This place has got more what you call it, preservative than anywhere else you could ever find. This is to start the fire. I'm running once it starts. Because once it hits that tank, it all goes to hell.
Have you got the keys? And I'll start the car.
Oh shit! I should have given it over to Cleric. There we go.
So 2 starts going out.
So,
Get the engine
Eddie.
turning over, yeah?
Yeah.
Eddie. Okay. So let's see. So Argus, you're out by the
Twist
car.
gets a
Cleric,
different-
you're out by the car. Icarus, you're out by the car.
I'm not
You're...
out by the car.
Oh, sorry,
I'm
you've moved, haven't you? You've left.
fucking off.
You've just
I've
walked
picked
off.
a direction that looks like it might have a fucking off license. And I'm
Brilliant.
in that direction.
Or a pub.
That's fine. You can find one in Truro. That's easy, I'm sure.
Or a pub will do, whichever's
pub.
closer.
That's all good. So you head off down the road. You just find a pub. You sit yourself down. Twist. You walk out, and you leave Eddie in there to basically coat the place in petrol, get that fire started, and then essentially burn that place to the ground. Eddie, you absolutely have experience of doing this kind of thing before. I'm not worried about you understanding like, okay, I need to knock over these bits and like make it look like a bit of a crime scene before it's even a full-on blaze. You make sure that all of the most flammable liquids, and you can tell because they usually have the word flammable or inflammable or whatever written on them, so, you know, you can read. You can read, right? No.
It's got pretty pictures and a diamond.
Yeah, exactly. So you knock over a few of these. You make sure that everything is just kind of set up where I know you drag the bodies over to where they're going to get essentially the most heat. But what I would like you to do is roll me a criminology to make sure that you do this as well as you can.
And that, kids, is where I fucked up. 98 over 60.
There it is. It was bound to
Would
come
Twist
crashing
not be
down
able to give him
eventually.
any form of advantage because she was with him and she was like she'd already found things like the acid and stuff that would
really
also be flammable.
advantage.
Even
at this
advantage
point.
would only take it up to 80, so...
I was just thinking it might give you a second roll or something.
No, it doesn't
Or
work that
lower
way.
roll as
It's
well.
like D&D. Okay. So, yeah, Twist, you've left. Anyway, so you're letting Eddie get on with that. Eddie, you do everything within your power to make sure that this is a primo crime scene that nobody could ever possibly work out that it is a particularly bad crime scene before it was even a massive fire. So you do your best to do a bit of tidying up here and there. As you're pouring all of this like gas everywhere, and I don't know, how do you actually start that off? What does it look like from Eddie's point of view?
I didn't start the fire.
That's what he's whistling.
Yeah, absolutely.
Twisted.
Yeah. He's going to be whistling "We Didn't Start the Fire," and then absent-mindedly as he's coating Stubbs, and the two body parts in the petrol.
So you're
making sure
specifically
that
making sure that Stubbs and
Nicely
Greaves
covered, yeah.
and the remains
And
of
Amanda.
Yep. Stubbs, Amanda, and the hand of the foot, because I
Yep.
got told.
Yep,
That is the one bit of help action I did get.
that's fine.
Those are neatly covered, and he's lying down any of the bottles of formaldehyde and all the rest of it just nearby. And once he's poured it all over, poured it on the blood as well, because as far as he's concerned, anything regarding this is bad. The second the second jerry can, he'll pour half of it on there, and then the other half he'll do a winding fuse effectively of petrol coming back. And as he's doing that, he's going, "We didn't start the fire." Did you know they did a modern... Oh, they've all gone. Okay, right. Yeah, it was Fall Out Boy, wasn't it? Fall Out Boy, that's right. Yeah. And once the last of the can is empty. A well-practiced throw the can in the direction of the fire. Don't walk out with it. And then he'll go, right. Didn't think I'd be doing this again. Takes out some matches, which he doesn't smoke, but he's got matches. Takes out a match, throws it on the floor, and runs the fuck out of the building.
He likes candles.
Twist is by the point he's running out the building, Twist has already told everybody else to get in the car.
Cool.
She notices Argos isn't there, but she keeps the passenger door open, ready for Eddie to jump in, and she thinks she'll try and find Argos in a minute. She's like, right, just.
Okay.
She knows Argus isn't in the building.
This is the moment we realise that this is like a semi-detached building with like flats above it.
With an orphanage, above the
right next to the orphanage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking the orphans lived above the mortuary.
No, you're doing a face, John. Tell us.
Okay.
We didn't ask any questions about what
You
this
didn't.
building was connected to.
You didn't.
Where it was. The fact that I assume there's just like a bunch of people on the street opposite just watching us do this as well.
I'm sitting in the car with my eyes shut, writing another song.
Fucking useless, all of us.
The way I see it is that there's certain elements that
by the point Twist is in the car as well, she's already changed. She's already put a wig on and she's put a different hat on as well.
That's fine. People have seen you get in the car and then put a wig on.
Unfortunately, you turned on the radio. You started the engine. The radio comes on and it's playing "I Shot the Sheriff."
Okay. The way I see it is that all of you are you are not just totally useless. You're not like a bunch of chuckleheads.
I joke.
Well, maybe. But
he did say not totally useless.
No, you're not. You're going to make mistakes, though. And from my perspective,
this was one of those.
No. There are obviously you are going to have consequences for this because this is essentially real life, right? This is not just kind of. I'm just going to go and do something and there's no issues at all. Yep. There is a massive explosion as you drive away. Hello, Chloe with the Flow. We have a raiding party and we're just about to end. Hello. Oh, thank you so much.
Hello there.
Hello. How you doing, Chloe? Hope you're good. Join us for the end of this.
It's mad craziness.
Woo!
It's just, yeah.
Yeah, let's go out with it. There is going to be a massive bang. You're absolutely right. Okay, there is a huge explosion as the mortuary goes up in this white-hot ball of flame. The building across the street is hit by various bricks and rubble as they explode outwards. The buildings left and right begin to crumble inwards. You can see that they are they're not necessarily residential, but you don't know if they have people in them. You drive into the night as the sounds of sirens start to pierce through the darkness.
Can I throw a tiny little button on top of that?
Oh, please do.
So we see the car driving off and then the explosion, and then we see the inside of the pub down the road, and we see the flash and hear the explosion. I think the windows even like maybe rattle a little bit, And then you see like people jumping up out of their seats, the drinkers kind of startled and moving over to the windows, and the bartenders are like coming out from behind the bar to see what's going on. And Arthur is sitting at the bar, hasn't moved, hasn't turned his head towards what is happening as everyone else is kind of moving over towards the window, and is just sat there just drinking on his own at the bar. Yeah.
Black.
So why Valley then? I hear it's good this time of year. Eddie is looking straight forward, not commenting on the thing he just did, and kind of staring forward in some disbelief that it went
That way.
over well. Fire was the objective, not explosion.
Yeah. That was the main...
That was my fail.
That was the main hub for, like, all of the it's the main coroner's office for the Southwest. They have a lot of chemicals there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this
So
is
anymore,
why,
they don't.
And this is why you don't take a team of sort of barely trained randomers and get them to go out into the world to do this shit.
Yeah.
That's why you don't do that.
Tell Delta Green that.
You fucking lunatics.
What are you good at? I'm good with firearms. Okay, what else? And talking to people. Okay.
The-
Go
What
for
do
this
you,
weird
what do you
Yeah.
do? I'm good at adding up.
What's your highest skill, Arthur? Journalism. Like,
Yeah, so, well,
We can
off
take
you go.
photos.
Please go and investigate the. Yeah. Please go and stop people finding out about things. This is the exact opposite of what your entire job description is.
Guys,
oh man, that really took a turn.
so
Yeah.
that...
I feel kind of responsible for.
No, that's fantastic. I mean,
What do you mean?
you can
I'm sorry,
absolutely feel
what do you mean
responsible,
kind of
but
responsible?
don't, you are
Entirely
responsible.
Entirely.
But don't feel
There's something
bad
going to
about
move
it.
and
No,
burst
don't
out
feel
about
bad
it.
about
Oh,
it, 'cause it was
Fucking
awesome.
die.
guys. Okay, right. Let's go out on
With a bang.
Yeah, with a bit of a bang. Thank you so much for this week. It's been a journey. It's been a journey. Thank you for taking that journey with me. Before we get into our goodbyes, I would like you all, please, to roll for me your improvements for failed skills.
Yes. Which is a D4.
D4, please.
I think
Yes.
it's just search
I
for
got
me.
a
The rest
4.
were sanity checks that I failed.
Yes.
Again,
If I asked you to do like an intelligence check, unfortunately you can't roll for that. But
maximum.
in the meantime, while you guys are doing that, I'm just going to reel off a couple of things that are happening over the next few weeks. Obviously, we are not streaming next week, Delta Green, because I'm in another country. It's not fun, I'm afraid. I wish it were.
John, you might have a small amount of fun. Fun could
I might. It'll be
There's a
fun
potential
adjacent.
for fun. Yeah.
Yes, after that, we are back the week after. Let me just make sure I've got
Which
my...
is what,
my
the
diary open.
21st?
I believe so. Yes, I think it is. Yeah. So we're back with Delta Green on the 21st. But in the meantime, tomorrow we have part 2 of Drake's on a Plane, our D&D session with the D20 Future Show, 2 kobolds in a trench coat, some other heroes, and hopefully, if Sarah can make it, the League of Stupid. It was absolutely dumb last week and good fun. So come tomorrow for that. As I said, the next week, so the 14th and the 15th, we aren't doing any streaming. But the week after that, we're doing Delta Green on the Thursday, as per usual. So come back for more of that, please. That'll be lovely. And then the week after that, we're doing another D&D session for 2 weeks. And that is a special thing with modified role, a few other people. I've not written it down here because I'm really useful. And then after that, we have a game of Shiver, which is great, with one of Pip's cohorts in that, the lovely Zach. So have a look at all of the listings on the Twitch page, and you'll get like proper dates for everything. And come and watch us be stupid or blow things up, or whatever the case may be. Right. Okay. So how did we actually do on our pluses and?
I rolled. Sorry.
Go.
No, go on. You go first.
Oh, I rolled a 3 for my search, so my search is out to 41, and I rolled a 2 for alertness, so that's it's up to 76.
Nice. Pip, what did you get?
Did I fail an alertness check as well?
I think you did.
Are we sure about that? What was the alertness check for? Do you remember? Sorry.
We all did it for something.
You all
I
did.
can't remember what it was for,
You all
but
did an
we all did
alertness
one
at the
for a
start.
while.
Well, yeah, I forgot about that.
Cleric, what did you get?
I got a 4 for my search, so I'm up to around 30.
Oh, nice. Eddie?
I got a 4 for my search, so I'm up to 44, and I got a 2 for my criminology, bringing me up to 62. I learned something today.
Hooray!
Oh,
Making the brain bigger. Icarus, Adam, how did you do?
I got a 1 for my search, that's up to 81, and I got a 4 for my alertness, so 24.
Nice.
It's always fun when you fail your really high scores. It just knocks them up a little bit. I don't know.
Like on yours, I noticed that for Icarus, you've managed to do a thing on there where it shows how you improved. How do you do that on Foundry?
On the skills tab, any that you've ticked, if you look in the bottom right-hand corner, it says apply skill improvement.
And then it will just, it does it all for you. It's all nice and simple.
That's clever.
Cool.
I know that.
Pip, what did you get? We didn't.
Yes, sorry. So 42 for my alertness, and 24 for my search.
Cool. We're all learning. Lovely. Brilliant. Okay, so let's go out with a selection of. Yes.
I was about to say, did Pip want to put any onto his bonds? Because you know that with his sanity, he was thinking.
That's true. We will do this for next week.
Okay.
If that's cool with you, Pip, because you've got a bond to have a think about it. Because this is the first time that we've done it.
I've got it down, but we can save it for next time.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, we'll see how it manifests. Awesome. Right. Let's say goodbye to everybody because it's that time of the night. Nick, who are you and where do you come from?
I am Nick. I come from Trolls of the Two Tonne Bridges, or TOTTB, all over the interwebs, normally playing D&D 5e and a little bit of this, Delta Green.
A little bit. Adam.
Hey, I'm Adam from Gunpowder, Treason, No Plot, a cosmic horror-themed homebrew D&D podcast where I just torture my players for fun. The name's incredibly misleading. There's only a little bit of gunpowder. The treason happened years ago, and there's a shitload of plot. So,
yes. Simon.
I'm Simon from Chaotic Neutral Games. You can find us on YouTube. Don't have anything on at the moment, so instead, if it's okay, I would like to plug a different podcast.
Yeah, go for it. Absolutely. 100%.
Yep. Okay. If you're interested in LARP but have never tried it, join Ian and Dave for the LARP Noobs podcast. That's Noob spelled Noobs. Noobs, that's it. And they visit LARPs from all over the country, UK that is, and talk about their experiences.
Cool. Sounds interesting and fun. Both things. Natalia, I know who you are, but do other people?
Hello, I'm Natalia, and I'm a murder hobo.
Apparently so.
This isn't an intervention.
No. This is not my diary.
Also from it's not my diary. From Trolls of the Two Tonne Bridges, or TOTTB podcast. We have been playing Tomb of Annihilation on there. You can check us out on there. Also a lot of Delta Green. That's about it, really. I'm listening.
Hey, and Pip, last but not least, the Pipster.
Yes.
The Pipmeister.
Hello. I'm Pip Gladwin. You can find me at Pip_Gladwin on Twitter. And I am from the Realms of Peril and Glory podcast, where we play. Where you're gesturing at me.
Yeah. I hear there's a little bird that told me you're playing live. You're doing a live thing.
Good Lord, we certainly are. This Sunday at King's Cross, we will be doing a live show set in our Vale campaign setting. So come along for that. Tickets might be available. I don't know. Like
they're guaranteed to be sold out by now.
Gone, but you should check.
Do check. Don't just assume.
Do check. At Realms Pod on Twitter. Realms of Peril and Glory. Look us up. We play a lot of games. We have a good time.
Hey.
They're lovely. Yeah.
All of you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for playing with me today. I have enjoyed it immensely. I hope you guys have as well.
I feel like suddenly nobody will want to play with me anymore.
This is great. This is great. This is peak Delta
awesome.
Green. This is what it should be.
Yeah. This is
guys,
what it's about.
Obviously, my name is John. I am running this game and this channel most of the time. And I'm also from Trolls of the Two Ton Bridges, or TOTTB podcast, on all of your social media bullshits. Come and say hello, subscribe, do all of the other things, give us money because I'm poor, and I'm running this thing. No, seriously, thank you so much for coming. We are really, really grateful for any time that you manage to come and say hello. So we'll see you not next week, but the week after. Have a lovely day. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.